I'm Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. Hey, I bet you didn't know it. I fly drones. Yes, I do. So, let's get this ball rolling. Let's do a little bit of humor tonight. And then I'll bring in my illustrious co-host. Never hit a man with glasses. Hit him with a baseball bat. Yeah. Whenever I see a man with a beard and mustache and glasses, I think there's a man who's taken every precaution to avoid people doodling on photographs of him. Yeah. Yeah. See, Chuck, that's why you need to. I'm not a very muscular man. The strongest thing about me is my password. The way to a man's heart is through his hanky pocket with a bread knife. Yeah. Folks, some of these are British humor, so hey, don't blame me. Blame Lloyd Mendenhall, the grumpy vlogger who sent me these. Alright. Why are pirates so mean? They're just arrgh. This man came up to me and asked for a lift. I said, sure, you look fantastic. Chase your dreams and go for it. I think that, no. Shut. What do you call a magic? Oh, that's an old one. I can paint a picture of my cat's feet today. You could say it's a portrait. My girlfriend always smokes after sex, so now we use lubricant. Oh, there we go. If a blind girl tells you got a big penis, she's probably pulling your leg. Oh, there we go. Chuck like that one. I always call out my wife's name during sex, just to make sure she's not around. Yeah. Men have two emotions, hungry and horny. If you see him without an erection, make him a sandwich. Yeah, there you go. The best contraceptive for old people is nudity. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not bisexual. I couldn't stand being rejected by men as well as women. Yeah. If you have sex with Santa, does that make you a ho-ho-sexual? There we go. My ex-girlfriend gets really turned on by my trippy rave music. She's a transsexual. Yeah, Chuck's rolling his eyes. Oh, right. This is what posh people carry their coal around in. Okay. Light travels faster than sound, which is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. Two Eskimos sitting on the boat were chilly, so they lit a fire and it sank, proving once and for all that you can't have your kayak and heat it too. A fine is a tats doing wrong. A tats is a fine doing well. Yeah, there you go. Okay, one more. The light at the end of the tunnel could be an oncoming train. There you go. Yes. Finally, I'm done with that stupid silliness. All right, let's bring in my co-host all the way from Liverpool, New York. It is the effervescent Chuck Kovac.
I'm fizzy.
Welcome.
I'm fizzy.
Yeah, fizzy.
Some of those jokes, pretty bad.
Some of those, yeah, I know.
Some of them pretty
Some
good.
are like pretty darn good. You know, they're funny.
The sex ones were pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm pulling my leg.
All right. Well,
I hear you fly drones.
Yes, I do. All 19 of them. You know, all 19 times. But the last two, I actually did fly drones.
Yeah, that was cool. I liked it when you actually flew the drone. It was cool. Bring it down.
I was trying to get that.
Sorry.
Part. Go ahead.
I was saying your last video surprised me. It was like longer than 15 seconds. I was like,
yeah.
Wait, it's still going. It's still going. It was good, though.
Well, I was trying to get that controller to work, and I couldn't get the Bluetooth to work on that TD1 controller. And I have two apps to fly that tello. And then there's one that's specifically for that tello. And for some reason, I just couldn't get it to work. So I used the other tello, and it worked. So that was pretty cool.
I noticed it was a tello. It didn't fly very long, though, did it?
No. Well, that's because I was jacking around trying to get it to work and trying to get the controllers to work. By the time I flew it, it was like, oh yeah, I've used up a lot of my energy in the battery because it was just sitting there waiting for it to fly, saying, okay, come on, I'm waiting for you. Hey, let's welcome all the way from Houston, Texas. It is the Southern Drawl, the man with the plan. It is Brian B-Mac. Welcome. I think this is the first time you've been on my channel.
That kind of a roll-in, man. I wouldn't expected me to come up.
Holy! I didn't expect B-Mac to be in the back room.
Man, this is a rare thing for me to be here on a Saturday, but it's like 105 outside.
You got like the 105-degree hair going on, man. That stuff's like must be high humidity, busting out.
Yeah, and it's like 95, but the feels like it's 105, and the humidity is ridiculous.
120.
Let's put it like this:
it's raining inside.
We're not in
so
Colorado.
It's raining inside.
Well, today we were in the 80s today, so I was out fishing today and caught a whole lot of nothing, but it was really nice to be out. Saw a bald eagle while I was fishing.
Yep. That's always a good.
Yeah, I heard you say that. There are a few of them nested over by Onondaga Lake here. They're pretty majestic, man. They're cool.
Yep.
I was just. You've seen their nest art?
Yes, they are big.
Holy
yes,
crap.
They are massive.
They're bigger than my house.
Park that I walk in every day, I have in the last 4 months seen two bald eagles. So I'm assuming they're a pair.
Oh.
But yeah, they're really impressive, man. You know, when you see one time, you know what it is. It's not a vulture. It's not a hawk.
Yeah.
But they're impressive, man.
Yeah, they are. Last summer, I was out flying with the flight club, and there's a little pond there, and while we were flying, there was a bald eagle came down in the water and snatched the fish. Took off.
I got a video of just that. One of my first drone videos with the DJI Mavic 2 Zoom was just that.
Wow!
If I can pull it up, I'll let you share it.
But that's awesome.
But that's awesome. I don't know where that gets. It's probably on my channel, but I couldn't even tell you where it is. And it was a long 2018. I'll bet you that was. So.
2018. I was looking at some of my older footage. I'm like, wow, it's really bad.
Hey, Chuck, where are you at again? I know you're in the northeast somewhere, right?
I'm in Syracuse, and it's only
Syracuse. That's right.
It's like 60 degrees here. That's why I have a sweatshirt.
Yeah,
on.
I was getting confused. Yeah, I don't want to hear that, man.
No, I mean, I'd be happy to. If we could economize the two airstreams, I would. If we could blend them, I mean, yeah, be okay with that.
We don't usually get this kind of weather here until like June. That's why I'm almost depressed, because when it gets this hot, I can't fly. I mean, the batteries just blow up. You know, it's just. It's like,
that's maybe, like so many people said the Mavic 2 drones had the issue with the battery swelling, and I never did. It's probably because I live here.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't usually get that hot.
The only problem I ever had was with the Mavic 2 Pro and Zoom series batteries. I've yet to have an Air 2 or Mavic Air 2 battery swell on me, but like I said, I've gotten so leery of flying in the heat, I haven't really given it a chance. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought the Mavic 3 would be a good choice, because the battery is pushed in the back like the Mini 2 and the Mini, and I figured that'd be a good thing. But it has other issues to contend with.
Yeah.
So.
All right, before we start talking about the Mini 3, let's go over and say hello to everybody in the chat. We have John, Flying Flynn Media, and Chris, Sunrise Water Media, Max of Max Air 420. And then we have Troy, Big Water UAV Solutions. And then we have another Chris, Doc Murdoch FPV. And then we have Leonard of JSK Enterprise. I think that's him.
I'm really bad.
I got the right guy.
Never say that.
There's so many guys named Leonard. There's Leonard Oglesby, and then we have Warren Akira Show, and Bill Ronayne of Uncle Bill's Toys, Dan of AZ Drone Dude, and Rat RH, welcome. NB Drones, Michael Blade, FPV. And we got Alan, Drone Views Media, all the way from Ireland. It's probably, 12 o'clock in the morning over there.
5 hours ahead, right? So, yeah.
And then we have Chris Wedgeworth.
Okay.
And, Bill Hooper Outdoors. Yeah. And then I saw earlier there was Trevor Fuss all the way from down under.
He was in 3 hours early, then just right on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that is about it.
For the moment.
Alrighty. Unlimited Vertical. JSK, yeah, he is Leonard. Or Leonard. I would call Leonard. And Joe Blaylock. Not Jolene, but Joe.
Bill Hooper says he's not here.
We got Charles Goloski in here. Hey, Art, I just heard you say, was that Warren Akira Show?
Yeah.
Is his first name Warren? I've seen him in the chats for like 4 years now, and I'm just going, I wonder if that guy's got a first name.
Now he does.
Yes, he was one of the winners of my toffee, and that's how I know. And then we have Don of Mudball Creative.
Fish Eye.
And who else did I see? Oh, yeah, and Scott Nadeau. And he Nadeau a lot. Lori Kovac. And Charles Galuski. And then Bob Casey Ariel. Hey, Bob, good to have you.
No, I have to.
We're already off to a good start today. We got a good crowd, and maybe, just maybe, James might show up. He's back in the States, but he's got some other stuff that he's doing, and so hopefully he'll pop in. Oh, and then we have Dre of Recovery Drone. Recovery One Drone. Hey, Dre, hope that toffee got to you. Yeah, he was last week's winner.
Yeah. Well, if he's like me, the toffee doesn't last long unless you hide it. I had to hide mine in the back of the refrigerator, so I forget. Like now, I'm thinking about it, but later I'll just forget, and it'll be safe in the refrigerator.
It's a good place, especially with this warm weather coming on.
For you guys, yeah, it's been kind of just. We've actually been having like spring here finally. It's gonna last at least a day. At least a day.
Yesterday was a nice warm day here, and today is really nice. And it's going to cool off just a little bit tomorrow for Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
You mothers.
And then we have Dustin of Southern Illinois Aerials. Or So Ill Aerial. Alrighty.
Yeah. So you think James?
So let's jump into the Mini 3. So it's supposed to have come out.
Just to kill it right now, even though I don't have it yet.
Do you wanna? So there's a couple of videos that popped up on YouTube already. Some reviews, unboxings. The first one, of course, I was eagerly watching GPS acquisition because this particular video showed it acquiring in almost instantly. So I'm not sure if that was a cold boot power up or a warm boot power up. That's a question. And then you notice none of the cool stuff worked yet, like the good.
Yes, that's what I was going to talk about.
Worked. Yeah, nothing works. Nothing works. Now remember, you guys that are going to jump out and buy this thing the first day it comes out and like then be mad later. The GPS allegedly worked really okay in the Mavic 3 until they did what? They put all the features
an update.
on. Yeah, they updated all the features. And then there's not enough horsepower under the hood of the thing to handle it all, and it just goes So
there you go.
I hope to hell it doesn't happen this time because I actually really want a Mini 3 really bad, but I can't do it until I know it's solid because,
right.
It's what's
Same
the old,
here, bud.
yeah, fool you once, fool you twice kind of thing. It's like, yeah, we're going to sit back and wait.
Or you could be like me, wait until
it's on auction.
It pops up on the police auction website.
I'll tell you what, I'll fly my Mavic 3 illegally, and then it can end up on a police auction site for you. And that'll
there you go.
Then I won't
or
have to pay
have
rent anymore.
somebody
I'll just live
steal
in jail.
it, or
get bulked up, lift weights. Just don't bend over for the soap. We'll be fine.
Last week I missed out on getting a Mini 2.
Mini 2 is a good little drone. It's
Mini 2 is hard to get right now too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And this one had a bag and 3 batteries and a charger for it.
Hey, Big Water.
And,
Thanks,
and a control. Hey, Big Water UAV, thank you very much for that
10
for that
Buicks.
super chat. Thank you.
10 Buicks.
Let's keep that train going.
So
keep that going, and then we can have more of these and some more and some of these. Thank you very much.
Why is the Mini 2 so hard to get, Brian? Is it just because it's out of stock?
No, DJI, because they're going to release the Mini 3. They pulled it from, this is just what I've heard, they pulled it from Amazon, Best Buy, B&H, and Walmart. I didn't even know Walmart carried it.
So this makes me feel like it's pretty obvious that they have no intention of ever putting that thing on the RC Pro, like ever. Even though it would work, because it has Fly app and it has OcuSync 2, and they just don't want to.
Well,
thanks, DJI. You suck. Just like Max Air always says. DJI sucks. Yeah, they do.
Although Max Air did get a DJI FPV drone.
Why would he do that?
Wait a minute.
Yep.
I'm getting one next week. Why not?
Oh, you?
I have one. And it's really, 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 really fun to fly, even if you don't fly in acro. Because
I have no intentions of ever going to acro.
You know what? I know it's sacrilege. It's sacrilege to a true FPV guy. I can't call myself that.
I know. I got it.
So I can't. But to fly that drone in sport mode, like I was down by a stream bed with Lori last weekend, And with the goggles on, you can fly through the twigs of death and stuff and not hit them, and it's really, really, really cool. You can get right in and see stuff up close. Yeah, it's that's what's cool about it. I wish the goggles would work.
Grant.
Oh, Vegemite. I wish the goggles, the FPV goggles, would work with both the Mavic 3 and the Mini 3, because rumor has it they worked with the Mavic 3 at launch, pre-launch, and then they turned that stuff off.
That was kind of cheesy of them not doing that.
Wouldn't that be? Imagine having the Mavic 3 and being able to fly with the goggles so you could really see the twigs of death and stuff and get that cinematic, smooth stuff.
Yep.
Like, bastards.
So I'm saying, well.
Yeah. I mean, that's really that's a sweet combo. Yeah. Well, they worked with the Air 2S too, I think, originally.
I am steadily looking for this video. It's driving me nuts, man.
So anyway, the Mini 3, I guess I hope all the stuff works on it eventually, because like it still has the same. It lost glowness just like Mavic 3 did, and that's been the Achilles heel to the Mavic 3.
And see, I'll probably get the Mini 3. Like I said, like you, I'm going to see what kind of malfunction it has.
This is going to be awesome. You know that sexy new controller, like it's like the the Mini RC Pro, RC Pro Junior, whatever you want to call it. You know DJI is going to put that in with the Mavic 3 now, and anybody who has a Mavic 3 that got the RC one end's going to be like, WTF?
Ooh,
give me one. You know they're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't ready in time for the Mavic 3, or it would have been in the box. Because that's the clear cut. That's the RC. That's the RC that should have been in the box with the Mavic 3 from the beginning. That's what should have been in there. That makes sense. Jesus. They really rushed the Mavic 3 out, didn't they? So the Mini 3, why is it delayed again? Does anybody know?
I don't really know if they rushed it, because I mean they had forever to design it.
I know they did, but
was the chip thing,
maybe
the pandemic and all this other bullshit that went with it, and then losing their satellite licenses. That was a kick in the pants.
That was the third kick in the nuts right there for them.
Good point, Lori.
Yes, Lori wants to fly the FPV drone really, really badly, and Chris is in the chat. Chris, Lori wants to fly that thing through the swing set for you, but she hates the goggles, so I don't know how to make them more comfortable. We have the really good.
Like everybody else does. Just let them weigh your head down.
Yeah, well, you could. I know. Lori doesn't like the way they fit with the strap and everything. She doesn't like them.
Well, they do have another strap you could replace it with.
Well, we have it.
I think that's what I think Ken Dono did that. He wouldn't.
We have a fat strap on them, and it's really great. I love the fat strap. Lori just doesn't dig it. I got rid of the one that gives you the reverse mohawk. The one that comes with it gives you the reverse mohawk. That's gone. And then there's a little battery holder in the fat strap, too. And you can pick, like, fashion patterns on them. So, like, I have the stickers one, of course, because I like stickers. That was your cue. You missed it. It's too late.
There you go. Well, Chuck, don't you have a Tiny Hawk 2 or a freestyle? No? Oh,
how do you use the Fat Sharks with the FPV drone? With the DJI FPV? A real FPV drone. Yeah, you're funny. A real FPV drone. Well, the only thing the DJI FPV drone lacks from being real is the fact that it's spindly as all hell, like everything that they build.
That's the only thing I'm not crazy about is that camera. And you know what's going to happen.
The camera's okay.
Well, it's got a little jiggle to it from what I've heard. When you're in FPV mode and you bank, and it's just going to, from what I heard, it's got a little bit of a shake on a curve. So I'm going to find out.
It's not as bad as you think, but it's...
Well, that'd be good, because I'm actually buying this because I've got certain things up here. I said, mostly down by the shore, that if I had an FPV drone, that would look really awesome. Lawrence Clark put something in
but you're going to find... I don't know, Brian. Do you like when we were in the Catskills? I had my one mo bag, and I had the FPV drone in it. I had the Mavic 3 in it, and all the crap. and it's got wobbles. Yeah, Max, a little bit, but you know.
Weebles wobbles.
Here's the thing, though. You know, I've been playing with a Tiny Hawk now for 2 years, and I still at least once a week, most times 2 or 3, take it over here to the park, and I got like 20 batteries, so I'm there for 2 hours sometimes.
Nice.
You know, my nerves are shot, my hands are shaking, and it's the most fun I can have. But I don't want to go down the full FPV digital rabbit hole. I just don't want to do that because I know. Oh yeah, it's the FPV. I'm getting it secondhand from a friend. It's going to cost me $1,000. $1,000 beats the hell out of the $2 to $4,000 I'll spend building up to the 4S, the 6S, and there's a Go. Oh gee, I wrecked my new GoPro. Oh damn, just get another $500 GoPro.
Well, the FPV drone's fun, but it does take up a lot of space in the bag. That's where I was going. I didn't finish what I was thinking, but it just takes up a lot of space. It didn't go to Scotland because it was on the pile of stuff to go into the bags to find its way across the pond, and I was like, yeah, it ain't gonna fit. Something's got to give. So like it was like, all right, we're cutting that one from the list, and that was kind
what
of
you should have done, Chuck, is Lori, you got any space in your handbag? There you go.
You're funny. Oh, is she in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Space in her handbag. You're funny.
There you go.
Thing's bigger than my backpack, and like it's always full. Sorry, Lori, but it's usually true. No, we packed one monster suitcase to go under the plane. So obviously the drone batteries and stuff have to go in the plane with you. They can't go in the cargo hold. But even with the monster suitcase, there just wasn't room. Oh, really? That's awesome. Yeah. Some have been saying that the camera sticking out that far is a suicide mission for the drone. I say, don't crash it. And people yell at me for that. No, really. I mean, like, just fly with your head, and then you can wreck anything. But I guess that's the risk, right? You have a camera that can do some pretty cool stuff. It can take silly ass TikTok videos. It can.
Hey, Art, can you scroll that back up again? I want to
scroll back up. Yeah.
I'm still wondering if that camera can look straight up, or if it can do like 180 vertical. You know.
It looks like it.
Oh, from what I understand, it'll do a portrait.
It'll do 19 by 6.
Yeah.
It'll rotate, do 19 by 6. I've seen the videos where they show it doing it. It's cool.
You know what I'm talking about is like the old Parrot and Affy.
It's supposed to be capable of that as well.
Because man, that right there is going to be a big selling point for me.
Well, it's a cool shot. It's a cool like I love bridge porn, right? So imagine being able to fly under a bridge and get the underside of the deck with a drone instead of like trying to like wade through water and stuff. And yeah, it's super cool. I know I want one, but it better acquire satellites faster than the Mavic 3 sometimes does.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's sometimes the Mavic 3 sometimes is under 2 minutes, sometimes 10, sometimes 5. Sometimes
the guys
it's inconsistent. That's the problem. It's inconsistent. It's not that
the guys that I'm flying with here in Houston, 2 of them have Mavic 3s, and they both say exactly the same thing. Since the last update, sometimes it's a minute and a half. Sometimes it's still 5 minutes.
And I'm talking cold boot. I'm not talking like once you go through the suffering, if you reconnect it within 45 minutes or so, it remembers most of the sats and it comes back pretty quick. But otherwise, it can be painful. It's just it doesn't. You don't think it feels like you're like 5 minutes, Chuck. Why are you complaining about 5 minutes? It's not that long. It's effing forever when you're sitting there staring at the thing on the ground and people are walking dogs like in the woods and stuff. Where I'm at a bridge and I want to fly and I gotta like make sure the dog doesn't eat it before it locks in on satellites and stuff.
Yeah,
it's stressful.
And that's another thing too. A lot of times you're thinking, oh, there's a shot. I need to get it in the air.
Yeah, and you can't. Yeah. That's exactly what happened to me last weekend. I was at this really cool waterfalls with a bridge and everything, and I fire up the Mavic 3 and I'm all excited, like, maybe it'll connect quick. Oh, of course not. And then I finally get 12 satellites, and then everybody shows up. I'm like, the shot's gone now. The openness is gone now. Thank you, DJI. What are
And
we
the
looking at?
maximum flight speed is 16 meters a second in S mode, 10 in N mode, and 6 in C mode.
Okay.
Maximum altitude 4,000. I gotta do the echo. 4,000 meters.
I'm gonna say, Art, if you didn't do the echo, I was gonna have to come back on you.
And then the maximum flight time 34 minutes in the standard battery.
So it can deal
Maximum
with
distance
it says it can deal
18
with
kilometers.
It says it can deal with 24 mile per hour winds. I mean, 38 kilometers per hour, I think, is 24 miles per hour. I just did a conversion. Thank you, Google. And that's why does it have a range? Why do they say that 29 to 38? That's like, so is it really 20 miles per hour? Do we round down? Because never trust DJI's high number.
Right.
Like, always go
no.
conservative. Go conservative with them.
Bluetooth
flight time.
5.2.
Okay,
Temperature range
we were
0
talking
to
about
40
this.
C.
We were talking about this on Bill's show the other night. Why does it have Wi-Fi? Somewhere down there, you keep scrolling down, and it'll say 03 for OcuSync 3. Why
it says
does
that right
have
there.
Wi-Fi?
It's fourth up from the bottom under DJI Mini Pro drone. See where it says Wi-Fi 802.11.
Yeah, it's all the Wi-Fi bands. Why?
Yeah.
You know, that it's great if it's just a Wi-Fi enabled drone, but like I said, if you scroll down somewhere in there, it says 03.
And positions GPS plus Galileo plus Beidou.
Well, Galileo hasn't accepted DJI yet, so it might potentially work with Galileo, but it ain't working with Galileo yet. So the only thing it really has going for it is Beidou, which is doo-doo.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, they might as well call Beidou doo-doo because that's what it is.
Video transmission system DJI 03. So that's the transmission system.
Yeah. Yep.
Why does it have Wi-Fi? What is the Wi-Fi?
Well, some have said it's because you can fly it with a phone if you want to.
Yeah.
Some have said it's for transferring data from the drone to another device for data transfer, which I don't know, but I mean those are the two big reasons people have brought up that have teeth. They have potential.
And see.
Oh, and then video transmission DJI 03.
OcuSync 3, baby.
And see, Chris Sunrise Water Media says the same thing about using it to fly with your phone, and that's all fine, well and good.
It's no fun.
For a drone that can go several miles, now you're limited to about 300 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't see that. And then the remote control is really nice. The screen, that's literally that's like a low powered RC Pro, but it has the two thumb wheels. It has both the buttons on the back. I mean, it's really well equipped. It's a nice little controller.
Charger DJI 30-watt USB-C or other.
Look at that voltage. That's 7.38. That's quite a bit. I wonder how many cells it has.
Well, there are two batteries for it. And the battery has the weight stamped on it. So the sub 250 battery says 249 grams on it. And then there's a larger capacity battery that takes you over that limit. And it has different markings on it. I haven't seen that one, but there are two batteries, so you can fly longer if you don't mind carrying more payload and giving up your sub 250 status. Which is kind of cool.
And the controller, it says smart controller, new remote controller with display. And then there's a remote controller with classic RC-N1 controller. Is that like the what is it?
I wonder. Ooh. So, can you pair that new sexy controller with your Mini 2 if you bought one loose?
I'm willing to bet you at some point on a firmware update you will.
It should work with the RC Pro, damn it all, because what I keep complaining about is I have the Mavic 3, and if I can deal with waiting for it to connect, I mean the Mini 2, if it would connect to the RC Pro like it should, because it has Fly app and all that stuff. Then I
Oh,
like
look
to carry
at
one
the-
remote with the 2 birds. That'd be nice.
Take a look at the back end. You
Yeah,
got
that's our
the
USB-C.
USB controller port,
It's USB-C, and that's your SD card right there.
SD card. And nice thing about it, there's no cover on it.
Yeah, you don't have a
Because-
trap door.
Right,
Because the
because
trap door is just
because-
extra weight anyway. It's kind of stupid.
yeah. And so this, yeah, because with the Mavic Air, the first one, it had that hard plastic door on it, and it was a pain in
Oh,
the
it was a
butt to open up.
BITCH. Oh, I know, Art. Well, by the way, the Mavic 3 has a similar trap door that's a pain in the ass, and it flips down, it gets in the way, and you're like, I know if your fingers are like mine, like I have just little sausage fingers. I'm trying to hold the thing open, get the SD card out, pick it out between my fingernails that I don't have, and yeah, that continues on. That'll be easier on the Mini 3.
When is the Mini 4 coming out? Week after.
Who was asking that, Steve?
About the Mini 3.1.
Yeah, the Mini 4 will be out when it'll be the one to fix the bugs that this one comes out with. The thing that I'm concerned about, though, is, they always talk about, like, the motors.
Yeah.
I go back to the first Mini. Okay, that thing, if you blew into the wind and had the wind behind your back, you'd knock that thing away from you. It had no strength at all, that Mini 1.
Mini 2's okay.
And the Mini 2 was good. I've got the DJI Mini SE. It's really good. I've had it up in a 28-mile-an-hour wind. I want to see how this thing does in a wind. The more powerful motors are going to give you a little more weight. So
Chris Mini 3S. Yeah.
I just want to see how all this plays out before the check with the credit card.
I really would like to be able to pair up, like the combo I had for Scotland was a Mavic 2 Pro and a Mini 2 and a smart controller all in the same bag.
So we got Ray Kelly in the chat. He's going to win. He's going to win a Mini 3 from somebody. So he'll be able to find out before anybody.
He's going to win a Mini 3 from someone.
Hey,
Lucky
Ray,
dog.
good to see you. Thanks for coming. And we've got Chris, the Key Largo dude. Yeah, we got a good crowd tonight.
Yeah. Anyway, you're right. Captain Ray will probably win one, that lucky dog. He wins everything. And then he can take it to his not so secret spot to fly it. And then
There you go.
Sorry, Ray. I know you kid about it too. It's funny though. My secret spot that I just shared with the world on YouTube.
I think those spots are so secret because they're the very few ones that are not covered by an FAA restriction on that part of the Florida coast.
That's another giveaway, huh? Yeah.
Oh, Chris here's one. The Phantom 5 Pro Extreme Obsidian debuting December 1st.
Nice.
Now, I am looking forward to that. From what I hear, it has anti-radar glare so that it can't even be picked up on radar.
I heard it.
There you go.
I heard it even has swirling douche on
the FAA
it.
radar
Is
stuff.
that true?
Doing all kind of weird shit.
Does it also come with the swirling douche option? I heard it did.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty special. That's not on everything,
That sounds like an option for drone worship. Anyway.
Oh. No, my sister's significant other, he sell cars. That used to be the one option. He said that when cars had everything, he said that he also had the swirling douche. That was where that joke came from. It's not really funny, but
there's another issue too with the Phantoms kind of being phased out or going away. There's a whole bunch of people that are going to have to change their stickers and their logos because they all use that for a drone thing. They all use that Phantom body design.
The
Mavic 3 or the Mavic series is kind of flat, and you're going from a distance. You're going like, what the hell is that? Is it a pancake with legs?
I don't know. My logo's dependent on the old fandom profile too, the traditional.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
profile,
man. Eventually, there's gonna be kids coming up going, "What the hell is that thing supposed to be?"
What is that thing? That's what your grandfather flew.
Right.
In my day.
Back in my day, we had to hand crank those props.
Hand crank them.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
had to fly them in the snow uphill both ways. Oh man. Yeah, nah, it's like Kleenex. It's just. But yeah, the foldables are really where it's at. I mean, that's what got me into the hobby was the Mavic Pro, and that was the first foldable. That's what got me on board because the Phantoms were too big to carry around. But once the Mavic
Yep.
Pro came out, I was like, ooh, there's something I can bring on a trip with me and fit it.
My very first experience was with the Phantom 3. My neighbor 4 doors down had it. And of course, I'm pretty impressed. And I was just, $500? You got to be out of your fucking mind. No way. No way am I paying that. Anyway, that's another story. The whole thing, though, man, it fit in a box. And I'm just going,
Yep.
well, you're not going to sneak that in anywhere.
No, that's I told you guys the story when I was at the airport with my Mavic Pro going to Hawaii, and like the guy next to me had the DJI backpack on, the great big, it was like.
Oh yeah, the styrofoam one.
He had for his Phantom, and I said, "Oh, you have a Phantom in that bag, don't you?" He's like, "Yeah," and I hold up my little itty bitty bag. He's like, "Yeah, I've got a Mavic Pro." He's like, "Ooh." Yeah, because I have other shit I need to carry on the plane besides like a drone. It's like
Well, that's what's
beautiful about the foldables, really.
James of My PI Dream. That's what he was flying. He was flying the
Yeah, he loved his
the Mavic 4, or not the Phantom 4 Pro. But wasn't the. It was the one that came with the built-in.
The controller had the screen built in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he have a 4? It was a 4, but was it the advanced?
Yeah.
But does that have the mechanical shutter? That's the one thing that a lot of the guys that are purists, and I respect that, they want the mechanical shutter, and I get why they want that.
I would really like to have that.
Yeah, I get why they want that.
But
I survive without, but I get why they.
Yeah, I mean, I get good stuff.
Yeah, it did. Wait, Chris. Yes, it did. I saw a guy pack one in the overhead bin, and it went. It's as. Yeah, I'm kind of like, that's funny because I'm holding mine like in this little itty bitty bag, like, well, mine's like the size of a lunch bag, and you've got this thing.
Mine's underneath the seat.
Yeah, mine was in my regular carry-on. It was inside the carry-on most of the time.
Yep.
If the carry-on got overloaded, it became my personal item, because you're allowed one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it was styrofoam, right? You could have used that as like a emergency flotation device.
Yeah,
that would have been good. Yeah.
Well,
and keep the drone dry.
Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting if one of those lipos lit up in there and you had the styrofoam too. That'd be fun. Exciting.
Like Laurie said. By the way, this is a suggestion, and this is from a travel dude that I know here in Houston. Whenever y'all go overseas, like you just did, Chuck, to Scotland, and you got all this underwear and you don't want to wash it, just take old underwear and every day just throw it out. Just one pair, throw it out. And, you're there for 14 days, you take 15 pairs of underwear for emergencies for the extra, That way you don't have any underwear on the way back.
Yep.
Well,
that's why I did down
to
Florida. I had some old socks that were all worn out.
Is that what you did? They were a one-way trip?
Yeah.
Yep.
One-way trip, yeah. Lori's right, though. Lori knows I kid about that. I tell her, I was like, well, yeah, I pack all the tech first, and then if there's room for underwear, then I pack it. Otherwise, I might have to go commando a couple of days.
Well,
it's more important. Got to get the shot. Screw the underwear. That's optional.
We're talking Scotland kilts. They don't. Underwear is optional.
Ooh, drafty.
There you go.
I never had time to get a kilt. It didn't work out. We were supposed to. I had a plan, and the plan failed. But because that would have been fun, especially for the last video that we rolled out today. That would have been fun if it was me in a kilt.
And that's why you don't see any Taco Bells in Scotland.
Cricket.
All right, you need a cricket thing.
Laurie says maybe just
you
a kill.
A cricket sound,
yeah.
Art.
Yeah.
Hell, I need a cricket sound.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to do sounds.
Art, you have to add a cricket noise to your soundboard.
Yeah, that's right.
You should get one. Cricket sounds always good. Be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Chirp. Chirp. Yeah, Johnny D. I travel commando. There you go.
As long as you watch that zipper, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mind the peas and carrots.
There goes the viewership. Pretty much, Doc. Gone from Phantom 3s and 4s to underwear.
Underwear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we didn't go into the thong category. Oh, there we went. Now we're done. Now we're over.
Well, you didn't say penetration.
You did.
I beat you to it.
I've been avoiding that word. I was behaving, sorta, not really.
Oh,
I was misbehaving in different ways. I've been trying to like expand my horizons of misbehavior. New galaxies of misbehavior. Is that the big
Speaking of galaxy, did you guys watch the new Star Trek series, Strange New Worlds?
No.
It premiered the other night. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good.
Looks pretty cool.
That's good to hear.
Yep.
Star Trek, depending on the iteration, always depended on the writers, and it got pretty lame there on some of those.
And then they have to somehow get the vibe of the rest of the history of the show too, to some extent. You gotta get that.
Yeah, get the continuity just right.
No, Ray, I don't think so, man. Pulling my leg. Ray's just pulling my leg. You missed that one. He came in late. Wow, there's a cricket sound again.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at that with the eagle.
They've got Captain Pike.
Yeah.
And they have Number One and Nurse Chapel. And they brought back Dr. Babinga. If you do remember, he was in the original series for one episode.
They're having a lot of fun with me in the chat.
Yeah, just don't.
Here it is. Here. Come and get it. I was going for the screen like, let me get it, thing. Get it. Get it.
And Uhura
Uncle
is
Chuck
in
is
it.
here. He's going to do that stupid joke again.
Yeah, I'm full of stupid jokes. I'm full of stupid. Go on some stupid DJI rant again. Hopefully not.
It's only got to get better, Chuck.
So who's gonna be the first victim for a Mini 3?
Well, there's going to be the usual suspects.
The usual
Billy
suspects.
Kyle.
It would have been
Ken
me.
Dono.
Well, no, I mean, you mean the first testers, the ones that the videos will roll out on the 10th? Yeah.
Oh, Marcus is going to get one, and Bill from Build the Drone Reviewer,
the
he's
guy
getting
will get one. Yeah, but
and Ron Brown.
Is
and
there
his drones
anybody
of renown?
Anybody that DJI, I hate saying their name. That's the one thing I can never say DJI. Anyway, I always want to say DJI. That's a problem with their name right there.
And by the way,
is anybody going to be truthful? Is anybody going to be truthful? Are they going to be really truthful?
That's what I was getting at. Is anybody here in the chat? Because I'm looking at the names, and we don't, we're except for Art. There's no superstars. Anybody here in the chat gets that drone, I will watch and promote that video of the Mini 3.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see a regular, everyday guy.
That's what I mean. Somebody
like
who
you, Brian, or hey DJI, I dare you to give me one. If it's awesome, I'll say it's awesome.
Hey, send me one. I fly drones.
Yeah, Art flies drones
sorta
over here.
Sorta.
Yeah. So, no, really, I'll tell you how I feel about the damn thing. I want to like it. I really do. Say it 1,000 times. I want to like the Mavic 3 still, but I don't like waiting.
Okay,
I'm Gen
Key
X.
Largo
like
dude
waiting.
says he's getting one. And I don't know if I guess I know he does videos, but I mean, doing a drone video, and doing a tutorial / product review is a whole different ballgame.
Hey, Corey.
I've done a few of them, and they're a royal pain in the butt to me.
It's yeah, to create a video like that takes a lot of planning. Really.
I did a 5-minute video on those cine sticks.
Yeah, it's
I
hard to
bet you I
see,
worked on that
Charles.
stupid thing for 3 days. You know, it's these little cuts you got to keep making to make it go with whatever it is you're showing.
You gotta have that. You need the B-roll and everything to fit in and show everything
B-roll
really
has to
nice
fit
and
with the
pretty. And
talking.
yeah, it's a lot of editing. It's just a lot of editing. Like Chris could do it. Sunrise Media. Did you
He's
see
a
his
whiz.
last edit? It is amazing.
I know that guy.
It's amazing.
I hope Kelly's paying him good because I know I couldn't afford that kind of talent.
And then, did you see what Ken Dono was saying about editing? He paid a guy to edit one of his home.
Yes, I
things,
saw that.
And he kind of critiqued it, and then he wasn't super impressed. And then he said what the guy got paid to do it. I was
It's like, really?
$50? I was like,
$50? What you expect?
Well, you
get what
got
you paid
$50 worth, believe me, because like, I don't know about you guys, but I must be kind of slow because, well, I am slow. It takes me like an hour a minute on a good video to like edit up something. So like the one that just came out today took me like freaking hours and hours and hours and hours. And so $50 for that?
Yeah.
Sit on this, buddy.
It had to be a joke. I haven't seen
It had
yet,
to
but I'm
be.
gonna leave it
That
for
can't
this.
be legit. That's like, well, you have to love editing, but I guess if that's the rate, you're not going to get rich on it. That's for sure.
No,
I'm not going to quit my day job.
I do it for the fun of it, just like I fly drones, because I do enjoy editing. I
So
just
do
have
I.
to force myself to do it.
To me, it's like it's a challenge. It's like a challenge to, like the videos that Lori and I create. It's a challenge to see how close can we get to like Hollywood? How close can we get with just our shoestring budget and our skill
And
set?
I settle for just like cheesy PBS stuff. Hollywood is a stretch, man. But
Well, that's
cheesy
the ultimate-
PBS. I can do that.
That's the ultimate goal is Hollywood. I know it's like to get there is a stretch, but you have to set. Maybe it's not a reasonable. That's not a reasonable goal, but anyway, that's the ultimate goal is that. And then we get better every time you make mistakes, you learn, you get better. And Art knows we've almost squeezed the cranberry juice out, so that's good. And
well, you went from cranberries to spectacular video on your last video.
Oh, thank you.
That was awesome. Hats off.
Jesus. I don't know.
15-minute a Jeep, a drone, and an old man. A 15-minute video takes 4 to 6 hours. That's about what I spend on mine. And by the way, a Jeep, a drone, and an old man.
That's
I noticed
fast.
they took away the battleship Texas.
He's faster than me.
Right.
See, I find
it's going to dry dock.
I find that would be true. That kind of timing would be true for the first cut. That would get me about 75%. And then the last 25% takes effing forever. There's no other way to describe it. Because I'll watch the video again. And I'll watch the video again. And I'm like, oh, wait. No, I got to go back and change this.
See, now, that's where I bring the wife.
Play it again. They're like, no, that's
I'll
not right.
watch it once and give it to the wife. She is the best critic. She will find things I will miss if I watch it 10 times.
Well, this is what's great in my house now. Now I have a new editor, and the editor's name is Lori. And Lori's first video was better than my first video by a far cry. I mean, that chick, she's gonna be great. So now I'm off the hook, Brian, because like I can say, okay, here's the first cut. Here, fix it, polish. Let her go to it, or maybe she'll just do all the editing. Maybe Lori will just take over all the editing. Well, I hope not. I like editing, but it'd be nice if we split it up.
Now, I did get Fillmore 11. So when I watched
Bill's video,
Coast Drones this week, I thought that AI thing,
it's
wow,
cool.
that is kind of cool. Might have to play around with that.
I think it's really cool for drone footage only videos and stuff, kind of like master shots. But if you're telling a story, you still have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
I think. But yeah, that was really cool. In fact, wow, there's a little bit of my stuff in there. A little bit of bridge porn made it. Final cut. But that was cool, wasn't it? The way it took all the pieces and put them together and matched it to the music just like that, and pretty cool.
I've actually been using that I did one for my channel that was just
Ray,
one thing I've used different
hey
templates.
Lori, I had to buy her a second copy of DaVinci. That cost me $300. Yeah, I'm paying all right. New computer, DaVinci license. Yeah.
DaVinci 18 is out, and I'm still debating on downloading it because it's going to be a monster download again.
Which one? 18?
Yeah.
You don't have to rush into 18. It's not that much different than 17. The only thing I made, you know me, I'm stupid. I made the mistake and I rushed in and it's beta. So if you don't mind it crashing from time to time, do it. But don't do what I did. If you get 18, back up your 17 database first, like they recommend. Okay. So
that.
You're going to go all in like me? You just go all in?
You know, at my age, it's like, why bother? I'll just crash.
All right, so you're like
me. I'm gonna rebuild
my
computer now.
Okay, Brian, you're like me. You're just gonna go all in. Like I was, okay, screw it. I'm going. Yep, here we go. This is a one-way trip. Life doesn't have reverse gear. Seriously, you could
put it
back
on a
it
different
up.
drive and isolate it.
Yeah, you could do that too. But I just rolled to 18, and now the beta's on its second version now, and it's already getting smoother. So, but 17 doesn't lack anything really that 18 has that you really, really need. So you could just wait a little bit longer if you can stand it.
See now, a Jeep Padron, an old man just mentioned he's got a waiver, FAA waiver, to fly line of sight over the Houston Ship Channel, restricted to 250 feet AGL. I did a video almost 4 years ago, and those restrictions were not there because I checked FAA, I checked everything. They said just don't fly around the refineries. So I can do that.
250 above ground though that's a nice height. I mean,
well,
what it is, I'm
surprised they even let them do that because a lot of that shit now is they put those refineries under all that like infrastructure shit that you're not supposed to be flying over,
like trains and stuff, right?
Yeah,
they can fly over railroad tracks, but if there's a train, you can't fly over the physical train.
See, now that'd be cool. Land that DJI FPV drone right on the moving train. Yeah,
that's a fine right there. Only if they catch it. Didn't Nurk had that incredible train video a couple years back. And,
I know Max Ayers had a good one too, and I trestled it. He flies around quite a few times. I love train stuff, man.
Yeah, I know train stuff. And then you combine bridges and trains, man. You got me.
That's what's over my shoulder right there. One of these days, I'll get back to it.
Super cool.
And that's another channel.
Yeah, but Nurk got fined, didn't he? I think he got fined pretty big for.
Yeah, I think so.
His gallivanting around, but it was so badass. It was just.
Hey, Art, I gotta go, man. My wife is hollering.
All right. Thanks, Brian, for jumping in. If you would have just waited a couple more minutes, you could have been in the drawing. Well, go ahead and everybody go ahead and put in hashtag toffee in the chat. We'll do the drawing in about 3 minutes. So go ahead, Brian.
All right, y'all take it easy. Good talking to y'all.
All right.
See you, Brian.
Take care,
Bye,
Brian.
Man.
Good to see you.
He's a good dude. I don't think we've ever had him in here before. It's cool.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I like him. Nice guy. He's a regular on Drone Therapy.
Brian, it's toffee, not coffee.
Did he put coffee? He must be tired.
Yeah.
That's not...
we
he dearly did put coffee.
Hashtag underwear.
Hashtag underwear. Come on, fix it. Fix it.
Hashtag rigged.
If I win, you know it's rigged, maybe. I got my magnets right here, ready. Got the magnets ready to go.
Hey, Dre won last week. Now he can't say it. This ain't rigging with me.
If in the unlikely event my name comes up, I will let you spin again.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I will let you choose who to send it.
Ooh.
Yeah, there
Can
you
I
go.
bribe somebody?
Possibly.
Okay, if I can bribe somebody. No, maybe not. Anyway, it's so cool you give this stuff away every week, Art. It's really cool, man. And the stuff is awesome. It's just freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, I had lunch with Mr. Enstrom today.
Oh yeah.
Went out fishing, and he showed up with his grandson. We fished till a little. I fished till afternoon, and then the wind started to kick up, and it started to get a little toasty out there. Alrighty, everybody, I'm closing the window, and let's go ahead and share the screen. Giveaway. There we go. All right, everybody, start collecting. 16 entries. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, okay. Here we go. Let's draw.
I gotta get back over here. I was checking something. All right.
Hey, Jim's droning. Welcome. Congratulations, Jim. You are this week's winner. I do believe I have your address, and I could send that out to you.
Wow, nice. Is that a Mavic 3? That's a Mavic 3 in his logo, isn't it? He's upgraded his logo. Pull it back up again.
Cool.
I think that's, well, can you?
Cool.
We can't pull it up. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I think it's a Mavic 3. If only it would connect the GPS faster.
Warren says, hashtag super rig. So, also this week was the last episode, or the final episode of the season for Picard. That is interesting. One more season and Picard is done.
Picard is done.
Yep. And you know what? They've already filmed it. They filmed it side by side with the this season.
They do that a lot with stuff. Like, wasn't Doctor Strange filmed probably along with the last Spider-Man movie? It was already like ready, and because that's out now. Doctor Strange is out.
You know what? I haven't been to a
dude. Like, you're funny. He's funny. He cracks me up. I
think Worf will be in the last season of Picard.
Worf, nice.
They're going to bring back the crew of the Enterprise.
All right, that's cool. I am curious what the Mini 3 is going to bring to the table, and again, GPS is high on my list of. I'm really sensitive to that. I'm watching. We'll see.
I'm really surprised that Ken Heron didn't know that it had that vertical video option on it. When he heard that, he just
he cringed.
Lost.
He just likes to play that up because that's the TikTok thing, and
yeah.
I'm like him in that regard. I don't like the vertical format personally as a creator because I think it's.
Where's TJ? I haven't seen him in the.
I consider it lazy to hold your phone this way and to film is lazy.
Well, that's like my ex-fiance's sister-in-law. She does all her YouTube videos.
Oh, they look like shit when you do that. I mean, like, because like the whole. Well, I guess if you don't care to see it on like a big TV or something, then I guess it's okay. But every time I film, I hold my camera like this. It's like I want that. I want the. Yeah, it does suck. Right. Widescreen's where it's at, baby. Cinematic.
Yep.
I wish YouTube would let people do shorts that were a minute long or less and could be widescreen. I don't know why they limit them to be that stupid 19 by 6 thing, vertical. I don't understand.
I do mine 5 and 10 seconds long.
Wait, what?
Well, my latest videos have been between 5 and 10
Yeah, you could have
seconds
filmed
long.
them. You could have filmed them in vertical format, and made them shorts.
There you go.
You could, but I don't. 55-inch vertical TV.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. That's why Ken always cringes over that. He's always liked to bring that up as being something that he doesn't believe in, and I respect him for that because I'm just like him in that regard. But yeah, short videos are good because people's attention spans are also short.
That's true.
I don't know how to keep people engaged for it's wild though. I just went off in a squirrel moment. The video today, I looked at the analytics and I'm like, holy crap, we've got like 90% like for that last segment where Lori's running around in a dress. Holy shit, it worked. I don't know. So like I was worried about the middle section though, Art. The one on, right. David Sterling. I thought that was really cool. And Lori's like, that's kind of not. Why'd you want that in there? Because I said, well, it's cool. It's history. And I said, drone shots are okay. Lori did not agree with me with putting that in there, by the way. The middle section. Whereas
well, I mean, you guys, this was on your trip, and I thought, it was kind of a good way to break up, the old and the new and then the old again.
Yeah, I thought it was. That was the sequence of the trip. That's the order we went to those places because we stumbled on the David Sterling Memorial. There it was, I'm like driving down the road. I was like, hey, what's that? Mm-hmm. Oh, that looks cool. I had to turn the car around, going back in there, and Lori's like, what? I was like, that looks cool. I'm gonna go check it out. Let's go check it out. Mm-hmm. It was super windy. Could you tell? It was windy everywhere. And did you see the trees? Like everything was
bad.
I still flew the Mavic 2 Pro, and I said, F it. It's the last day I can fly the drone. I'm going to be in Edinburgh tomorrow, and I'm not flying in the city. So if I lose it, I lose it. I'm taking chances. I flew the thing everywhere. Oh, it was a good day. That was just a good day.
So if you do go back to Scotland, go up to Scapa Flow.
Where's that?
That's where where is that?
Yeah.
It's like right at the northern edge of Scotland. That's where they had the big naval base.
Wait a second. Not nearby John O'Groats, is it? So that would be because we went up there. We went up. Remember, we were up in Dornoch. Dornoch was about 2 hours south of not the northernmost point of Scotland, as the guy James that we met that I handed my camera to film us at what we thought was the northernmost point of Scotland. Anyway. Yeah, you can find it on the map now. That's cool. Yep. But so we went to John O'Groats. So see how far we were. If you find John O'Groats on the map, see how far we were from where you're talking about. Because I can't believe we got up there. We weren't supposed.
That's where the Germans' high sea fleet sunk.
That's up around Orkney. That's around Orkney.
Yeah.
Then. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's not far from where we were. We were up there. But we didn't but up there is a lot of real estate because you got to go up there and around there. I mean, that's a lot of driving. Lori and I did a pretty good job in 2 weeks. We covered a lot of turf. We didn't, we did pretty good. There were things we saw that I didn't think we'd get to see. And then there was stuff that there was no way in hell we were going to get to see that we wanted to. But that's just how it goes. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And right at after World War One, the Germans' high sea fleet, all their battleships, all their fleet, their whole fleet from battleships down to destroyers came here, and in the final show of defiance, they scuttled their fleet. Yep. Now, some of the battleships they were able to refloat, and they went off to, some of the other countries that were, because the war prizes, they were divided up amongst the Allies. So the United States got the Ostfriesland, which was used in Billy Mitchell's aerial bombing test.
Man. Art, your knowledge of World War II, I could have used you in this. So you knew about this guy I learned about on the trip, didn't you? You knew about Sterling.
No, I really didn't, but I thought that really was interesting. Yeah.
He's a cool dude. I had to look him up again before I did the video because that was a pretty brief pit stop. But anyway, that was just there's a lot of cool stuff everywhere you go, and some things you just kind of like. Those are neat things where you find these little things like that to check out.
Will do, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Chris.
Oh.
Yeah, I have Chris's address, though.
Well, Chris deserves it after that last edit he did. It really is terrific. I don't know how many times I can say that, but it's really, really good.
And he was excellent on First Friday last night.
Yep. He's a really good guy. Very mild-mannered, unlike me. Very personable. Just a really super nice dude. And like I said, one hell of a good editor. And I tip my hat to him because
history is one of my favorite subjects in high school.
I know it is. Well, I used to do the whole thing. My light just died. I think it's time to buy a new light or change the battery in it. Oh well.
Well,
Pardon the mood
you
light.
need to be like me and I have this light is hooked up to a USB cable, so it won't do that.
So is this one, but it still went dead, and I don't know why. That's
Do you have a hub? That's what I have mine plugged into.
It's in a hub. Well, we'll try something here. We'll try a little something, Art. We'll try a little something.
Even Keith agrees with
something. See if it sticks.
That's why I was so bummed out when I was down Texas. I had a gig in the Houston area, and I decided, hey, I'm going to go over to San Jacinto Park and check out the memorial, and then check out the battleship, and the battleship was gone. It was in dry dock. And this was in the early 90s. That was the last time it was in dry dock.
Yeah. Hey, Chris says, thanks so much, Pressure. Chris, man, I'd love to talk to you about how you put that together because did you write down a storyboard? How did you put that together? Because it was effing brilliant. It's brilliant, man. The way the timing and everything it's spot on perfect. It looked like something. Yeah, that light's ready for the trash can. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. No, I'm just gonna. It's typical. Lasted 2 years junk. So I have the big lights.
Boom, boom, away.
Yep. Got nothing to replace. I could put the magnifying light on, maybe. Can I turn that one on? Would that be enough backlight? It's like a ring light, but not.
There you go.
Maybe not.
Well, Chuck,
That's a little
in your
nasty.
part of the
Nasty.
New York, you got a lot of history there. You got the Erie Canal that runs through your neck of the
right
woods.
through here. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all those different.
That was dogs howling. Yeah. It's funny. Then I can see the shiny stuff on my face. I need hair and makeup. Hair and makeup, get in here.
Makeup.
Yeah, right? Poof. The poof. Powder poof.
Hit you in the face with pancake makeup.
I was hoping James would pop in. Art, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah,
And that Jim guy, that Beauchart guy, I was hoping he'd drop in.
Yeah, where did he go? I guess.
He said he was out and about. He asked me earlier.
That's right. Yeah, when the weather gets warm in Canada, you gotta take your chances while you can. Do some flying. Yes, Keith, I did comedy for 25 years. Toured all over Texas. I was in Tomball, I was in Nacogdoches, San Angelo, Denton, Lubbock, and Amarillo. Hey, Marcus is here. Hey, Marcus. Good to see you.
Now, Marcus is all excited about the Mini 3. He is. He probably has one. He can't tell us. That's fine. NDA, I get it. But, Marcus, do me a favor, brother. Take really good notes on this thing. I mean, like, as far as how it's behaving with the... Okay, let's say in the unlikely event you have one and you're testing it, take really good notes on how it's behaving GPS-wise and otherwise. And then as they add features and stuff, it'll be interesting to know how its behavior is affected or not affected by the changes and stuff like that. So do that. If you happen to have one, do that for me, please, sir. Thank you.
Marcus, I sent you a link. If you'd like to, you could jump in and
promise we won't make you disclose if you have one or not. We will not harass you.
You could pop in for a bit and tell us about your exploits in the last few weeks.
Did he replace the drone that went swimming?
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Marcus, we'd love to hear about that.
I know. See, unlike me, I would have just gone like postal, and he was just like, oh yeah, whatever.
Well, Marcus has too.
Mild-mannered. I've upset him though. I did piss him off, but he was having a rough day, and I just freaking pushed the right buttons because it's a skill set I have. It's a shame on me. I apologize to him.
There you go. Good.
Not that fixes it. I was sincerely sad at what I had done because he had it was the anniversary of his dad's passing, and it was not good. And then so me to go off on the Mavic 3 was just like, rough.
Hey, speaking of Mavic 3, all the way from the sunny state of Idaho, it's Marcus Crawford. Not to be
Key West
confused
shirt
with
on.
Johnny Crawford.
Yeah, genuine Key West shirt on.
I like the spectacles, sir.
Yeah, these are a little different. My other one's broke, and it's really kind of the same prescription, but they're a little bigger, and they're
bigger. They're like, they're
kind of Harry Carey-esque.
They're more Vogue.
Well, they're what I had. Quite frankly,
Trick pose.
Here, hang on.
Vogue.
Here's some Costco specials.
I like the other ones better. They're lower. They seem to be lower glare too with your lights and stuff. Yeah, those are lower glare for whatever reason.
Yeah, there you go.
You notice that they don't like pick up the lights or anything. They must be a different lens material
or angle of the dangle. I don't know.
Maybe the angle of the dangle could be. It matters.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. It is an exciting time right now, right? Just a couple more days.
I'm looking at all the boxes around. I'm looking for clues, but he's probably
there isn't. I so wish. I am not at that level. There's all the controversy about that Darren fellow that in the UK, and everybody said, "Oh,
yeah."
You know what? Well, let me throw it at you, Art. If you had one, let's just say that you were able to go to Best Buy and you got one early, and you were able to activate it and fly it.
I'd video the crap out of it.
Exactly.
Why would it's an opportunity? That is an opportunity.
Yep. Yeah.
How that's like once in a lifetime, struck by lightning. There's a chance to be seen.
I totally agree. I
do the same thing.
People are raking him over the coals, and I'm going, he had it.
Yeah, it's not like he had an NDA with with
No, he had
DJI.
nothing. He just bought the thing. He bought it fair and
Yeah.
square. So too bad. So sad.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I bet you
happy
his
for him. I'd
his
love to have
channel
that.
probably took off. Probably got
Oh yeah,
a
of course
ton
it
of
did.
views on it.
Now I think some of his commentary was a little goofy. I think he tried to put the sticks in where the lanyard goes and some silly stuff like
He
that.
did some stuff like that.
He
Yeah.
did some silly stuff, but yeah, why not, man? I mean, he grabbed it and he grabbed the bull by the horns while he could. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to answer some of your questions with regard to the Autel Evo Nano Plus. What I did was I got a hold of my contact at Autel, and I guess I need to back up a little bit. That one that was lost in Florida was one that they'd already sent me as a replacement for the original red one that I had all the problems with, and I tried to send it back to China. DHL said, to heck with you. They took it halfway and then brought it back at a cost of $167 to me. And but Autel just said, okay, we'll just send you this one. So they sent me that yellow one, or excuse me, the orange one. And that's the one that fell into the ocean. I still have the red one. I've updated the firmware. It works okay. Still has a bunch of problems with obstacle avoidance and some other things. So, I'm just not too motivated to fly it. I've got other stuff that's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's where the rub comes in. So I got a hold of my contact at Autel, and he said, yeah, let's take a look at it. Send in your flight records. So I did. He put me in touch with one of their engineers. He basically said, I can't tell a freaking thing from those flight records. He goes, if you've got the records off the SD card on the drone. Well, I said, well, of course not. It's in the intercoastal waterway in Florida. So no, we do not have that. And that was the end of it. Crickets. When Stevie Bronx came out with his video, I sent, because it literally showed the thing dropping from the sky.
Right.
I sent that link to my contact at Autel. I said, well, if you're wondering what happened, here's a link. You can see it in real life. And it's just been crickets ever since then. Haven't heard a thing. So, yeah, whatever's fair.
It really looked like it lost a motor, Marcus.
So here's what
that's what it looked like. It's hard to tell, but
it's hard to tell. But some sort of power failure, certainly.
Something,
right?
Yeah. It looked like it lost juice on one corner and then just kind of like
did the old flipperoo.
Yeah.
And honestly, the reason I didn't get too upset is I was feeling so bad for Ron. Because he was the guy that happened to have the controller in his hand.
Doesn't that suck? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah.
Anyway,
because I'm sure he felt really bad about it.
Oh my God, and I just,
oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done?
yeah. And I just assured him, hey, dude, you just happened to be the one holding the controller. That was it. Don't.
Yeah, so it wasn't pilot error or anything. It was just something that happened. Like
shite happens.
Yeah, well, Keith at the K-Spot, he was flying his FPV drone over this cool river out in Thailand, and he lost a motor, and his DJI drone with his Action 2 strapped onto it went into the river.
No!
But he and a guy managed to get out to it and get it 30 minutes later.
Wow!
And he had the underwater footage because the Action 2 was still rolling.
There you go.
There
you go.
But the drone's toast. But but he has some really cool footage.
Yeah.
But yeah, the same thing though. It was just a failure. I mean, he'd been flying it without any problems for over a year, right? The thing came out in March of 2021, and it just like that. He said it just dropped. It was like there wasn't near anything. It just dropped.
Yeah.
Kind of like.
Unlike me, I had operator error.
It happens.
My wife is dinging me on the side here.
Yeah.
Well, that happens too, Art, and it does happen. So.
And
human,
I
man.
did.
I mean,
I
avoidance
I was
doesn't always.
As you, I thought, why get upset? It was
You
just
can't. You just like
one of those things,
Yeah,
I've done the
you're
walk of
talking about
shame.
the one with Sean.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, you probably felt worse for Sean than you did for anything.
Yep.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Yeah, it just sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I crashed my Mavic 2 Pro into a tree, low, and that was just pure stupidity. I can't even blame the obstacle avoidance because I had it off. Because I had turned it off on a previous flight and it doesn't automatically reset.
Doesn't turn back on.
And if you read the manual, you'd know this stuff. But I never read the damn manual. And I know, like, who is it? Some guys have given me a hard time for that, but they're right. It's like,
well, you get roasted in the comments if you make one stupid little mistake in a video. People just roast you. You know, read the manual, yada yada yada.
And it's true. Okay. It's all in there. It's all in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I screwed up. I had the OA off. I was doing a dolly shot along in front of a row of trees, and the drone wasn't going absolutely. It was kind of like it was going kind of towards the row of trees and not like parallel to them. And yeah, I clipped one, and down I went, and had to do the walk of shame. You
reminded me of a story, though.
Yeah.
This is an older video. This video is probably 5 years old. There was a guy. He was a farmer, and he had the original Mavic Pro. And remember, it was the first one that really had the forward-facing OA on it.
Yeah. I had that drone. I love that drone.
I bet you a lot of people have already seen this video. It's classic. He takes the drone out, and he's literally standing on the back of his tractor, and he flies the drone back towards him.
I've seen this one.
And he forgot to turn on OA.
And it smacked him right in the head. I've seen that video. I've seen that video. Yeah, I've seen that one. It's hilarious. Well, I mean, it's not hilarious, but it is, but it isn't.
And he had the guts to post it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the similar boneheaded thing I did, because you always you think that it's going to reset default to have the sensors on. And it was Marcus, it was one of those cases where 99.9% of the time I have all the sensors on. But I was flying in a spot where I had to turn them off, and then I didn't turn them back on, and I finished the flight and everything. And then the next time I'm flying it, which is like a week or two later, I was doing that other thing. Yeah. I didn't notice that they were all right. Oh, so
you could send that video to Ken Heron for his crash compilation.
I put it on YouTube, but that's some of the footage that was lost on the 6 terabyte hard drive that went. So it was a double loss. So I don't have the original footage anymore.
Dang. Hey, speaking of Ken Heron, Chuck, you've got a Corvette. I haven't seen it, but I guess in one of his recent videos, he races a couple of Corvettes in his rotary, and he just smokes them, I guess.
Was that an RX-7? What's he have? Does he have a 7?
Yeah, not an RX-7. The
sedan. Yeah, I think it's a 6.
Yeah, whatever. It's the sedan, RX-8 or what? It's the sedan one, the little 4-door thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going. I don't know.
My car.
I'll take that race.
My car. Well, yeah, you would. Yeah. Now, remember my little old C5. It's like in its day, it was benchmarked against Porsche and all the the Ferrari Modena 360 and all that stuff, and it kicked ass and took numbers. But by today's standard, there are sedans that'll outrun it.
Well, of course, but still, that's a high 12-second car, Chuck.
Yeah, driven by the right guy. Yeah, it would be like you could probably pull a 12.1 on the quarter mile, and it's good for 0 to 60 is 4.5 seconds.
That's pretty quick.
Again, with a professional driver at the 6-speed,
That's pretty darn quick.
In its day, it was a really super fast car. I think
a little twin rotor Mazda. I know his is tuned. I get it, all that, but
yeah,
I don't know.
But then again, where was it? Like autocross. Like I watched Miatas just rip Corvettes a new butt in small track autocross stuff.
Dude, I've been smoked by Miatas in autocross
because those little cars and the little tracks, they just and you can't get yours out of like second gear. It's like
exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
exactly. Let me tell you why I quit autocrossing. So anybody that's ever done autocrossing, you spend half your time getting in line racing, and then the other half of the time you're one of the officials out on the track managing the cones and particular corners and so forth. And the problem is that's freaking dangerous, man.
It's
I have been on
dangerous.
one of those corners when somebody loses control and you just see this car sideways coming towards you. You're trying to duck one way or the other.
A few thousand pounds.
It's just not worth it to me.
It's not.
I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah.
I did the drag racing thing like you though, Marcus, and I told you that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. That's back when my car was under warranty though.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
new.
And the cool thing about General Motors,
They didn't
they
care.
cover you even out on the racetrack, whatever they cover. You can blow that thing up out on the racetrack, and you're covered.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about that car. You couldn't really blow it up. I mean,
Well, that's true. Yeah.
You know, I did hit the rev limiter a couple times.
Yeah. Most of my friends that are on the same Corvette team with me, they're in C5s, and of course they run drag slicks. Well, DOT drag slicks,
like the BF Goodrich ones. That they're the drag radials are okay. I don't know if you can get those anymore. But you mean the cheater slicks with the
the drag radials. Yeah,
the drag radials are actually quite sticky. I had a buddy who ran he ran like a 12 something with those on a C5. It was a 2002, a year newer than mine, but same
and
car.
the thing is, they're all modded too, so modded. They warmed them up enough that they're
they were gummy. Yeah.
They do big burnouts and stuff. Obviously, I'm on the run flats. I don't do a burnout. No point.
I gave up my run flats. Now I have like a Z06. I have a pump in the back, and I have a flat repair kit, and I have a AAA card. Worst case. So
there you go.
I mean, I don't want to do that shameful thing on the side of the road with the four ways, but oh my God, Marcus, the car is so much better with real tires on it, and those run flats are just.
Well, they're rock hard. Number one,
they are,
and they don't ride as good because of the stiff sidewall.
Right, and so. Why are we talking about tires on here? Oh, because of Ken.
Because of Ken.
Yeah. Did he get his car fixed?
After that wreck? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Still, he got swiped by that truck, and the guy tried to hit and run, and
that guy still kept saying, "I'm."
There were like 4 cameras on him. It's like, no, you hit me. Here,
look. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure I understood the point of the chase because, like you said, he had it recorded well. So,
as long as he had the license plate, he didn't. That was adrenaline. That was pure adrenaline and testosterone, which, as we know as guys, is the most dangerous drug on the planet.
Well, the other thing is they were in Arizona. Arizona is just like Idaho. We're an open carry, closed carry.
Ooh.
You can carry any kind of weapon you want, anywhere, anytime.
See, that was very foolish of him.
I can walk into the state house with an AR-15 and it's fine, and that's not a joke.
I mean that's actually what Lori brought up to me. She's like, wow, that was incredibly dangerous. What he did. She got it. She got why it happened because you would have done the same thing, Chuck. You would have chased him down and and she's like that's how you get killed. It's like what you don't know who he is. And if he just hit you and kept going, there's something not right already. Something's not right up here already.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Was he on something already? And then if he's on something and he's carrying, it's just anyway. But you don't. If I was Ken, I probably would have done the same stupid thing, like, "Oh, you mother." And you can watch him drive, and it was just like I just picture me and my Vec going, "Get that guy, bastard!"
Yeah.
It's just like it looked. It's all the same. Totally got it.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you. You want to get? Oh, there's
Matt makes a good point. Yep. Especially,
well, that's kind of Idaho too. I mean, I don't. If somebody cuts me off or something, I don't even raise a hand. I don't do.
You just
anything
drop back.
Boom.
Curl up and be glad you didn't trade paint.
And you're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I got flipped on my roof, and I was just like, I was in shock. But
oh,
I was
that's
just
right.
I didn't. I actually didn't freak out at the person or anything. I think I snapped at her once. She said, "What the hell?" I forget what I said to her.
It would be hard not to.
I forget what it wasn't. I didn't really yell at her or use any profanity or anything, but I was like, nice.
Well, if it was me, I would have jumped out and I would have said,
there was no jumping out of the truck. It was it was a little difficult to get out of the truck hanging upside down. That was a little hairy. That was a little tough. And then the doors don't open, and then you don't know. Then I'm looking at the passenger side because that's where I ended up, upside down. After I got out of the seatbelt, it's so disorienting when you're because now that every left is right, up is down. Like I've told you guys before, it really messes with your skull. It's like,
oh, I'm quite sure, and especially you got all the adrenaline from the.
Oh yeah.
accident. Yeah.
It seriously felt like the Matrix. Everything is super slow motion. Like the truck rolled. It felt like it was like, and it didn't do that.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
what.
yeah.
But it was like it's because there's so much adrenaline. I think everything seems like it's in super slow mo.
Yeah.
So it was really a weird experience, and that's why I feel bad that there's no video footage of it because it sounds sick. I'd love to see it.
Well, that's why you need a dash cam.
I know, and as a YouTuber, I'm supposed to have one.
Yeah.
And that would have been my viral video too. Damn it. I have the vlog afterwards. I vlogged it after I was standing next to my smoldering pile of rubble truck. I was talking about it. So
how'd you get treated by insurance, Chuck? Did they treat you okay?
You wouldn't believe how much money they gave me for a 5.5-year-old Colorado with 70,000 miles on it. It's stickered for like 39. I got like 36.
Well, good. So you were able to come out of it okay. I mean, often that's such a battle. I mean, you know, they want to give you half what the thing's worth.
I only got hosed on the accessories because they don't like you can imagine. I mean, you'd be like me. You'd have like really nice like I had a power remote control tonneau cover on the back, which was like a couple grand, and they gave me like $600 for it or something, and I was like, that's not right. It's like I can't find one used for that. That's not fair. Well, that's fair market value. No, it's not. You can't buy one for that. Look, I've been on eBay looking. You can't. It's not fair. Anyway, so no, but overall I did okay. And here I am. I'm here.
You just made a really good point there, Chuck, that I think is lost on a lot of people is a modern vehicle protects you so much better than even a 10-year-old car.
That's why I am scared to death to drive the C5 now, because had I been in that car, we would not be talking right now.
Yeah, there's got a good point.
I hate to say it, but I think the chance of survival in that same accident, if it was the red C5, maybe she would have seen it, but I don't think she would have seen anything. Right. She was on her phone or something, but in a Tahoe doing about 70. So, yeah, it would have been bad. So, but I bought another Colorado, and that's kind of the reason why they got my money again, because it saved my ass.
It protected you, sure.
And they all do. The modern vehicles, I mean, as much as you want to hate all these bags and airbags and stuff,
they work.
They work, man. It worked. Yep. It worked. That thing, it shut itself down. It was upside down. I never touched the key or anything. It turned itself off. It turned the four-way flashers on.
It literally blocks the fuel line at the gas tank so that it
there's
won't
a check valve in there.
Right.
Yep. Everything. It's like, I mean, all that stuff.
Right.
And it had a full tank of fuel in it too, because I just juiced it up the other day. I mean, it had 20 some odd gallons of freaking 90% no ethanol in it.
Microsecond decisions on how hard to deploy the airbag. I mean, there's
and that's the other thing. The front. So the only airbags that deployed were the side curtains, because it was a T-bone, so I got hit in the side.
Yeah.
The fronts never, just the airbags that matter go off. So you don't. That way you don't have that huge change in cabin pressure, because that's a problem for your
Billy.
Yeah, your physical self. So I mean, it was an intelligent deployment and everything.
Jose.
Oh, later. Is he leaving? Yeah, it's so I feel for Ken. I mean, I watched him climb out of his car. I was like, wow, he had I watched him try to climb out. I hate to laugh. I was laughing because I'm like, God, that guy has no idea.
But I don't want to laugh.
I was like, wow, he's really struggling to get out of that thing. And I'm like, God, I was upside down. I had to kick out my windshield to get out, and I got out faster than that. And like, but it's not cool. Car accidents aren't cool, especially when you're not doing anything wrong and something happens like that. And there was no way out of it. It's just, where was he he couldn't go anywhere.
Right. Well, that whole Corvette trip I just got back from in the Northwest,
that looked pretty cool, man.
Canada and stuff. That was all about flying drones and driving that Corvette. And I'm not kidding. I had 5 drones with me.
Nice. You filled the trunk with drones. I mean, I'm sorry, not the trunk. The with the bonnet.
Yeah, well, you got the front and you got on that one, but
your engine's out mid-side there. Yeah.
The thing was, I took the mini drones with me because up in Canada, I wanted to get some video up on the Malahat Highway up there on Vancouver Island. And man, the weather just didn't cooperate. I got
Oh
one
no,
flight in.
super windy and rainy and stuff.
Yeah, windy and rainy. And in fact, I had to put the Corvette in weather mode just to soften the hit. You know, I mean, it was, yeah.
Yo, I feel for you because in Scotland I went through a lot of that where I couldn't
Yeah.
fly and I really, really, really wanted to.
Yeah, you went a beautiful area, and you go, wow, if I could just put the drone up.
And you can't because it's just like it's gonna end up back in the United States or something.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I feel for you. You know, you were gutsy though, Marcus. You put that thing on a ferry. I teased you a little bit on Facebook, but I was like, yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Hey, you know what? Those guys were really cool. They helped me. They helped me put it in good spots on the ferry. They put it in spots where I could open the door right to get out, and then they also
that's always a problem because they pack you in, and the doors have to open wide for you to get out of a vat because they swing and everything.
Right, and they also positioned me where no other cars could swing their doors into it.
Oh, that was really nice.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's not the ferry experience that I've had, but I was in the Caribbean. You've been to the Caribbean, I bet.
Oh yeah.
You know how their ferry operations work.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Car. Yeah,
you back up in there, and then they shoot your like sardine cans.
Yeah.
And you're on this rusty old barge going across. Yeah, that's what I envisioned. So that's why I was like, no way, no.
Yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, what was fun was going through customs when I'm going into Canada. You know,
that's unnerving. I've gone through customs with mine.
Well, I think it's maybe because I have an Idaho license plate. I don't know, but the guy says, he goes, "Mr. Crawford, do you have a weapon on you?" And I said, "No, I don't." And he goes, "When was the last time you had a weapon in your Corvette?" I said, I haven't. I mean, I have some weapons at home, but I honestly, I've never had one in the Corvette.
Oh, really? You said that to him? Because it wasn't in a vet or anything. My parents went up to Niagara Falls with some friends, and this guy had a piece, and the customs asked him entering Canada. The Canadian's custom officer said, you know, do you have a weapon with you? He says, well, no, I'm not carrying my piece today. So step out of the car, sir, please. It's like, it's just like, yeah.
The thing is, I think, they're looking at your passport number. They know more about you than you.
They know everything. It's just a test. Yeah. They already know everything about you. It's all there on the screen.
Yeah.
And they're just testing you to see.
Exactly.
So there's no point in even bullshitting the guys. Yeah. But so when I drove my Corvette across into Canada, we went up to wine country, up the Niagara-on-the-Lake, which is on this side of Ontario and everything. And that was actually really fun taking the car up there. But we had no problem going into Canada at all. It was a piece of cake. When we came home, the customs officer, I don't know why, he was kind of testy. Lori remembers too. She's in the chat. But it's like he knew I was nervous because I was thinking, God help me if they like take my car apart and I have to put it back together.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was my biggest nightmare. Like, what if they like think there's something in the vet and they like start driving screws and take the thing apart and drop the doors on the pavement? I'm just gonna kill myself. And but he was kind of like nasty to me.
Yeah,
that's I was a snob or something.
Yeah,
and it was an older Corvette.
No point to that.
No, but we've had good experiences going through customs. We usually, Lori and I, as we approach customs, she has the passports ready to go to hand to me, opened up to the right page. Sunglasses are off, windows are down. All windows are down if it's a truck with 4 doors. They can see all the way through. Right. You know, yes sir, yes ma'am, whatever. It's all just business.
Yeah, same thing if you get pulled over. You know,
same thing if you get pulled over. My hands are on the wheel. You know, it's like I don't want no bullshit.
Right.
I'm ready for the guy. The wallet's on the dash. You know, it's like. Yeah, you know, I don't want any problems either. I know he's got a tough job, and like
I think they respect that too. I think they if they understand that you're concerned about their safety, in fact I know they do.
Yeah, because I mean it is scary. They're pulling you over and they're hanging out on the curb there.
They got no clue what you are. Right?
I know I got pulled over because there was a sheriff next to me, and I was in my Hemi powered Commander. It was at night. And the light turned green, and I didn't know he was unmarked. And I didn't care. I just like to stand on that thing because it sounded
For
great.
fun.
The Hemi sounded great. It was like,
Yeah.
"Brrr," and I get up to like 45, 50 in a 40, and then I left. And then he drops in behind me, pulls me over. And I'm like, oh shit. And nice, Art.
That
Check
young
out.
man.
You,
Look at that.
I'd cuff
That
you and
ain't the heart.
stuff
That's
you.
not the art that I know.
Look at the mullet on that guy.
I know he's got a mullet. Yeah.
Wow, look at that. So anyway, yeah. So he like comes up and he says, "What? You trying to drag race me or something?" I'm like, "Absolutely not, officer." I said, "This Hemi's just it's kind of fun to stand on, and I'm not looking to speed or anything. It just sounds good." And I said, "Besides, I gotta pee really bad. We're almost home."
Those
I drove
cool
from
places.
Auburn, picked her up. I want to get home and use the bathroom. Like, will you sit right here, sir?
Oh,
He
he's
goes
got
back.
some stamps.
Oh, that's
Look at
cool,
that.
man. Venezuela and stuff.
Venezuela,
Nice.
yeah. Oh, must
And
do. I
Aruba.
think
Art.
on art going to Venezuela.
You know, you should. That's good stuff for like if you do like a travel vlogging channel. That's good stuff for the travel vlogging channel. Like little snapshots and animate and stuff. So yeah, the guy let me go, Marcus, but it was
Ooh, Aruba.
Jamaica. Ooh, I want it. Ooh.
Yeah. That's your old one, I can tell, because it's got the
Yep,
stamp and the
that's-
hole in it.
Yeah, I kept
Oh,
my
there-
old
there-
one. I
There's
think,
my Canada. When I worked over there for.
Yeah, they don't
couple
stamp it
nights.
anymore. Canada
they
doesn't
don't-
stamp.
yeah,
It
they don't
sucks.
stamp. Yeah,
and
they just
I,
hand it back to you.
I've got Mexico in mine, and then the
and-
Caribbean.
Oh, here's mine in Japan and South Korea.
Yeah, gee whiz.
Oh, I forgot to look. I must have something in Scotland.
Yeah, there's Narita. I see
Wait,
that.
Lori, you in the chat? Check our passports. I think we have Scotland in there now.
And-
Really.
Here's my new one.
We should have used that in our videos. What was I thinking? That would have been cool.
And
The picture's a little different, Art.
a little,
yeah, it is.
a little shorter. A little shorter.
Yeah, look at
Oh,
the hair
more
on
clean
that.
cut there. Yeah.
Hey, you've got to smile. They tell you not to smile.
Yeah.
They do tell
Well,
you not to.
nowadays, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they tell you not to smile. Hey, Marcus, who is on Drone Seekers tomorrow?
Master Ron Brown. I love the way the graphic that Jackie made. Oh, the Philippines. There you go. A couple times.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
That was
Jackie
the last time I
made
was
a
out of
graphic
country.
that says Ron Brown, who put the RON in drone.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a mugshot. Yeah, she's right.
It really is. I know. You look like you look like a criminal in those things.
They
I know,
want you
it's
to.
weird. I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Lori couldn't get through the turnstile in the airport in England. We couldn't get through Heathrow because apparently it took a picture of her when she had her mask on, and then when it went to match the picture, the next time we had to go through, normally you're supposed to take your mask off, and the guy said, "Wait a second." He said, "Put your mask back on." She puts her mask on. Click.
And it let her through. Oh,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facial
There you go.
recognition.
Yep. Facial recognition.
Yeah.
But it wanted to see her with her mask on.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
that could have been
pilot.
Johnny. I didn't know he dropped in.
Hey,
Sorry,
there's
man. I
Johnny.
didn't even see him like sneak in.
The best part of my trip was flying the Mavic 3 with my 5-year-old or soon to be 5-year-old grandson.
I saw it. It's super
That
cool.
Oh, cool.
That was so damn
Dude.
much fun.
Dude, is your GPS consistently connecting under 2 minutes? Because mine's like all over
It
the
is.
place. Oh, what the
Yeah.
frick? What is?
I
what
mean,
is-
mine has since day one. So I mean, I don't know why.
I'm
I
not
don't-
alone. I know
Yeah.
I'm
Might
not
be
alone.
the-
I know.
It's like, and
Part
of the
DJI is
country.
like, I'm so
Idaho.
confused because, huh?
New York.
But the satellites are circling the Earth.
I know.
But they know you're in New
And
York.
like, but I had
Screw that guy in where is Syracuse.
I
Screw
had
that guy.
randomness occur.
The guy in Idaho will bring
Well, I
him
made
up
it halfway
real quick.
across. I was in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was in a wide open parking lot, and one day the Mavic 3 connected super fast. The next day it was 5 minutes. What was the difference between the 2 days? The time it took 5 minutes, it was crystal clear out. It was like 4 degrees, but it was crystal clear.
Oh, well,
It is.
Maybe that was
really
it. I
wild.
don't know, but
Yeah.
couldn't feel my fingers by the time the thing had connection.
Yeah.
It's like Oh Christ! I just don't understand it. That's what's making me mad. I want him to set it. I want him to. Yeah, that's perfect. That's actually perfect, Johnny.
So we all paid attention to that Darren guy's video when he fired up his Mini 3,
And it was
and he
fast.
got satellites in seconds. So
yeah, I want to know if that was like a cold boot, but
I was wondering the same thing.
because I know DJI actually, I've had conversations with them, and they admitted that a Wi-Fi connection helps. And they also admitted that it will connect faster on a cold boot as long as it's within 40-something minutes.
Yeah, so Lon Dennard maintains that it's part of where they mounted the receiver on that drone. I don't know what he knows.
God, I can't believe that, though, because, I mean,
yeah,
this isn't their first rodeo. We know they've been... And all the other Mavic series stuff has been spectacular. There's never been a problem. So I thought maybe it would have been an issue with like the Cine because it has the hard drive in it. I thought, well, maybe the hard drive in it would like obstruct the GPS antenna. But I don't have a Cine. I wished I did, sort of, but I don't have it.
Yeah, with that SSD, I don't know.
It's not it though, because I don't have it, and I still have what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Unless there's a cage in there that would be, maybe it still is a cage for an SD, like an NVMe card or something. I don't know, but there's something up. And then guys said they worked fine. Like yours is fine then. So like yours is fine.
Yeah, I mean, define.
Yeah, I know, Johnny. Cut that. I'm not selling the thing. I'm working with DJI on it. Honestly, I'm working with them on it. I'm staying with them on it, and I'm not gonna let it go. I'm just gonna keep staying with them. And if they do come out with a 3S or something, it's like, okay, look, boys, hook me up with the 3S, and we'll call it even.
My biggest gripe with the Mavic 3 is I don't care for the zoom on the micro four thirds part of the camera.
Yeah,
it's not as good as the Air 2S. The Air 2S digital zoom, in my opinion, looks better than when you're zooming in with that micro four thirds up to the 4x zoom. Now, once it skips up to the 7, then it looks pretty
well, then
crisp.
It gets to the native 7. It gets to the upper lens, then your native 7.
Right.
I've used that lens. That lens is kind of cool. It's not great footage, but it's usable. But otherwise, Marcus, I don't use the zoom at all on the 4/3. I just, if I want to punch in post, I will. But otherwise,
you do it in post, sure.
I'll just do it in post. That way, I don't want to worry about that when I'm flying. I just know that, like, okay, I'm kind of far from where I want to be. If I can probably punch that in later, and then I'll just kind of get the shot for it. But that 7 times zoom though is kind of a cool lens. It's like fun.
It is. I would love to have a real like 7 times. I mean, fully optical zoom. I'm talking about from 0.
Like the Mavic 2 zoom, kind of.
Yeah, I had one of those and I loved it, but it was just 2x. If you could go to like 7x or 8x,
can you imagine?
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. I'd even sacrifice the 4/3 sensor for like even like a 3/4 inch or something, and just have that extra. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm surprised they didn't do it, but the zoom thing isn't a big deal most of the time. It's I'm getting used to the scrappiness, as I call it, of the Mavic 3. It flies like, I've heard the Air 2S flies kind of like aggressive too. You have to really throttle back everything to get it to fly slower and smoother, which is more my style. So I struggle with that still. I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. It's like it's a new drone. You got to get used to its differences.
That's true.
But the GPS is driving me nuts. They got to fix that, man. I wait.
Well,
I wait.
you and a lot of people.
I wait and I wait and I wait, and it feels like 1 minute feels like an hour.
Yeah.
It's just painful. So.
I hear you.
But it's a good little drone. It's sexy as hell looking too.
At first I thought it looked like I don't know what, but it, like you said, it's kind of growing on me now.
It had like a froggy look on the front, but compared to the Mini 3, it doesn't look like a frog at all. That's a frog.
Yeah.
This is just kind of neat looking.
Well, anybody want to buy a Mavic Air? I've got 2 of them. Then willing
really?
to part with. Ooh, that looks
Oh, he's
good.
dining. Are we
The
interrupting
wife
your
brought
dinner?
me an enchilada.
Ooh, I love enchiladas. Yeah.
So you know what that means, guys?
Gotta see
Yeah.
you later.
All right,
Bon appetit.
Marcus, good to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Peace out,
All right.
man. Catch you later.
Take care, man.
Thanks, gents. See ya.
There you have it.
Well, it's been a
That's-
long time since he's been on.
That's the latest and greatest from Marcus, and that was a good conversation. He's that lucky bastard. Him and Ron, they get like quick connections with their GPS, and
Well,
I
they
don't-
were one of the early drone channels that I started watching when I got into the drone world.
yeah.
It was Ken Heron, and then and
I wish
you know, Ron and Marcus,
not so
Bill.
much, yeah. I wish Lori and I had done the travel thing sooner. I really think we'd be a lot further ahead if we had beat the crowd. There's a lot. I'm in another group, and what I'm learning is there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of.
Well,
good people.
some of the folks over on your channel subbed me.
Yeah, you were saying,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of good people that we
and now they're
stumbled
gone
upon them.
because I've noticed my
They
subscriber
left?
count. I don't know if it's them, but I noticed my numbers are going down again because I got up to like 1545, 46. Now I'm
YouTube-
down to 1543.
There's something odd about the way YouTube plays
Yeah.
our subscribership, and that counts for us subscribing the channels too. And I can't figure.
Well,
it out.
that Bill over at Coast to Coast Drones made a really good point because remember they were pushing new channels, and some of the channels get a
Map bump.
whole bunch of kind of like a map bump. They
It's
get a
there and then it's
whole
gone.
bunch of subs, and then they lose them all.
Yeah, because YouTube, the YouTube, whatever's monitoring everything, picks up on that. It pops up on their radar as something odd. They
Mhm.
see an anomaly. And then it fixes it. Like and we've all said stuff like, well, maybe it's you need to watch a video all the way through, comment on the video, then subscribe, click the like button, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know, but yeah, it's annoying because like well, keep that up, Art. See, that is a Mavic 3 there. It's a little 4/3 sensor.
Oh, yeah.
That's super cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, I want my
Cool, cool,
GPS to work. Come on, DJI, fix the damn thing. It's a sweet little drone if it just fixed that. Yeah. Anyway, oh, brother, I'm losing my mind. Yeah,
Thinking
YouTube's
about
pissing me off
getting
'cause
up
we get
early
subscribers and we lose them.
tomorrow,
We get
and,
subscribers. Sorry, I got talking over you.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So I'm going to go over to Lake Arbor with the Air 2 and get a nice sunrise video and do it in hyperlapse. With
So you can
the
just
sun coming up, bouncing off the water and the traffic on the streets there.
I did
that'll
a
be kinda
sunset
cool.
hyperlapse. They're fun. Get your composition really nice when you pop it up. Get it composed so that everything's gonna be like just so,
Yep.
and then let her rip, tater chip, and it'll be really nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have to Art when you do hyperlapse? Do you have to stitch all the photos together in your editor later? Did yours come in that like a bunch of individual photographs you have to bring together, or does it actually come in as a does your drone do all the computation?
Yeah, the
work?
drone, it's all
Okay.
in one little video.
Yeah, because
And
when I did it on the Mavic 2 Pro, I don't
Might
know if
be
I did it in
because
RAW.
that's
but
older
bring it in-
technology. So.
Yeah, I had to bring in everything and do it myself. But
Right.
I had everything I needed. I had all the shots, and then it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that'll be fun. Just
Brian
set it
had
together.
some really cool shots of Houston at night that I thought were pretty cool.
I have my night waiver now because I have my new
Cool.
107. I need to get a good strobe so that I can be legit. So I have my 3 nautical miles of visibility, and I need to get some low light shots.
Well, I bought a strobe for the Air 2, and it came with 2 Velcro pads, so I could put one on
one on each
the
drone.
Mavic 2 Pro, put it on that, and then I can have one on,
Well,
switch them out.
you know what else you can do? If you still have one that's unused, you can buy Velcro at the fabric store. You could use it as a template and always have you just
There
use it
you
as a
go.
template, trace it, and have a few spares.
Oh,
If
good
it's
idea.
not that you need it that perfect, but it'd be it's nice to have they have that nice footprint that matches the footprint of the Velcro on the strobe. What was about the extra? What do you say about the extra weight? Yeah, it's heavy. I carry, Mickey. I carry the Mavic 3 with, I have 3 batteries, so 1 on the aircraft and then 2 in the bag and the RC Pro, and yeah, it's weight. It's heavy.
I'll check that out, Chris.
Oh, nice. Yeah, night video. Those are cool. Miami at night must be nice.
Oh, I bet.
I've seen some, like Billy Kyle had some really sweet stuff of Philly at night. Yeah, that 4/3 sensor, baby. That's where it's at for that stuff. The big old sensor lets a little bit of light in. I just got to get the connect before I get robbed. Can't be sitting there 5 minutes on the ground on the streets of Philly waiting for it to connect.
Right. Yeah,
That's not
especially in Philly with, oh God, the way crime is these days. Yeah.
I was talking to a guy in Seattle, a technician, and we were talking about, I was telling him how I was doing like the travel vlogging thing, and we had problems in Portland, Oregon, and he said, yeah, same thing here in Seattle. He says, you don't want to he says, we just leave our cars unlocked, and we don't leave anything in them. Because he said, they'll break the glass. They'll break the glass to look. He said, this way they just open the door, and there's nothing in there, and they leave.
Yep.
But it's really a problem, man. It's bad.
Same here in Colorado. We've got the highest auto theft in the country.
I saw the thing on catalytic converters.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, that.
I know you talked about that probably tomorrow, but like,
Yep.
God,
That was stupid.
Oh, it's all kinds of stupid. Yeah.
But we'll be talking about that and the leak from the Supreme Court. We'll be talking about that.
Well, you probably saw, I don't usually say much about things, but I have an opinion on that. And yeah, it's not, I don't agree at all with what's been done. You don't undo what's been done. That's opening the door to reverse. You don't reverse things. You make a decision, you stick with it at that high level.
Oh, you mean like stare decisis?
Roe versus Wade.
Yeah.
You guys talk about that tomorrow. But
yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah. This is not
this is
political
not that.
channel.
This is not that. This is not that.
Yeah.
The Mini 3 though, we'll be watching close. We're gonna watch
Mini 3,
close.
we'll be talking about that.
Just 3 days away, man. They're gonna officially,
because I fly drone.
Because you fly drones. I've heard that.
Yeah. I actually flew drones in the last couple of videos.
So are you gonna put those all together and like do a whole like a?
Ooh, I'm thinking about that, doing like a bonus show.
Ooh, you could collab with Chris. Let Chris edit some of that stuff for you. He'd probably do some magic.
Chris.
Sunrise, Chris.
Oh yeah, that'd be.
Let the surgeon.
Oh, yeah.
We should call him the surgeon. He's like Is he still in the
Yeah,
chat? He's so humble. He's probably like, Chuck, shut up, man. Cut it out. Blushing and stuff. Well, I think I edit okay, but I watch his stuff and I'm just like, whoa.
Well, I like how you had that that whoosh.
Oh, thank you.
With
that
the
was
character change, and there was
a little bit of trickery there. I had to. The first shot was done with a Pocket 2 when Lori was in street clothes. The second shot was the Mavic 2 Pro, but it was the stuff, they weren't framed the same. But luckily, Lori came in like the same spot somehow, some way, somehow, and I happened to be filming them. Well, I mean, I filmed her coming in somehow, some way. So I had to kind of like punch it in a little bit and then shift it over and then play with it, go click, click, click back and forth. And then, oh, nope, not quite right. And yeah, but that came out pretty good. Thank you. That was
and the side shot where you got her walking and you got the
all that was done. All of that was done with a drone. It was like a challenge to see, can we do this shoot with the Mavic 2 Pro, because I know I could. Like, it's so cool to have a camera that you can do, subject shots like that. And that was really, really fun. Everybody left. It was like raining, and like the place closed at 5. It was like 4:30. Everybody leaves. Lori and I are all alone. And I'm like, Lori, you gonna put the dress on now? She's like, I don't know. I was like, you brought it all the way from New York. You mean to tell me we're all alone? We can film now. And she's like, you're right. So she put the dress on and everything, and then so we had the whole place to ourselves for all that stuff. So it was cool. It was like, I was just like giddy as hell. I was like, oh my God, we had this whole place to ourselves. And it took like 6 or 7 takes. Like the pullback shot where she was approaching me, and I flew towards her through the arch, and she was walking towards me. It's that the last shot. We had to do that like 6 times where I could get it just right.
Good night, Bill.
Later, Bill. That was a lot of work, but that was and Lori was getting kind of irritated, but she was really good on camera. She was not like, distracted. It was cool. But that was her idea, Art, to do the poof thing. She didn't know it was gonna be a poof thing. She said, can you make me like transform like they do in Outlander, like at the arch? And I said, I don't know. And then she was watching the footage with me. She's like, you have me in street clothes. You have it right there. You can do it then. I was like, oh, maybe. And then she leaves the office, and I'm like, yeah, how am I going to do that? And then, off the YouTube, it's like, how do you do the special effects? And then go to Epidemic Sound and find the sound. And then
there you go.
And Da Vinci to the rescue, and a little bit of dabbing and dibbing and dabbing, and yeah, that was cool. But that whole day was awesome. That was a good day. Just a good day. Never underestimate the power of your drone, because there's a lot of shit you can do with a drone if you put your mind to it. It was cool.
When I first saw drones on YouTube, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. And then I bought the Buds 3.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, this is going to be great. And I fly it, and hold on.
All right, you'll be back. Art will be back.
Oh, man.
Furball.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't have GPS. I just could not believe how unbelievably hard it is to fly that.
Oh yeah, the GPS spoils the crap out of us.
You get a little bit of wind, and all of a
just
sudden
starts wandering. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, the GPS just. I've been spoiled from day one. Having GPS drone. My first drone was the Mavic Pro.
When
right?
I got the Phantom 3 Standard. Oh, I was in love with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the GPS just makes it so awesome. And then you put it into like cine mode, or you slow down everything, get the slowest settings, and you can track people doing stuff like that. And you can get I forget what that shot's called, Art. There's a term when I was like, when Lori was walking, that way, and I followed her with a drone like this.
Yeah.
There's a term for that shot, and it's not dolly.
No, it's not dolly.
But that's what I can't think of the name of the shot, but you can do all of those with a drone. And I think Ken Herron did a video on all the different shot names and showed how to do them all with a drone at one point. Didn't Ken do a really good video on that once?
Right.
When it walked through them all. Somebody did. Yeah. But anyway, it really is cool. It's cool to have that power with one camera and be able to do all that shit. And
Yep.
I guess that's why I'm really addicted. If the FAA or whoever takes drones away from me, like, you just killed me.
Yeah. Well, I did one video at a drive-in theater that turned out pretty cool.
Remember, Ken did.
That's one of my number one videos that gets a lot of views. That and my RoboMaster.
That one pops up on my feed every now and again, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the RoboMaster in the wintertime.
Yep.
Today it popped up.
Wow.
Yeah, it pops up. It just, I don't know what YouTube's doing, but there it was.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, none of that stuff. Oh man, to have had a drone back like 20 years ago would have been sweet. I'm glad we have them now, though. Yeah. I'm having a blast. It's like the coolest thing to be able to do that stuff.
Yep.
Well, and then
it just takes the videography and photography to another level.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you had to use a helicopter.
Yeah, you had to use a damn helicopter, and they're expensive. And
yep,
it's fun to be in a helicopter and everything, but you know, would have been a little rough to rent a helicopter at that castle, not knowing we're going to be there and all that, and put it together. So
well, that's like Mitch from Old Guy in a Drone. He actually had one of those RC helicopters where he put a camera, real nice camera on it, and he said that was that took a lot of practice to fly that.
Those are hard to fly. Yeah, I remember people talking about that back in the day. How learning to fly an RC helicopter was a real challenging thing. You had to be really skilled to figure it out.
Yep. I used to get one of those little tiny helicopters.
Yeah, I wanted one at one point. Yeah. Well, that actually, what you just posted, The Sound of Music, was the whole thing that started what Lori wanted to do in Scotland.
Right.
The whole thing was based on. It started with that and Outlander and everything. Those were the two ideas she had in her. Yeah. The spinning thing. It's like she had it in her head. I was like, yeah, we could probably do that with the drone. So we gave it a whirl, pun intended. And then Ken Heron said she was calibrating her drone under her dress or something at some point, I think. That's pretty funny. So what? No. Oh, Air Dogs Hellas.
I think that's what it was that I got for Christmas, and my grandnephew got one. He was able to fly it halfway decent. I'd fly that thing would just shoot up to the ceiling or just go right to the wall.
The only thing I ever had helicopter-wise was a vertibird, and that was attached to a cable, so that wasn't going anywhere crazy.
Yeah, that's
the vertibird. That thing was fun. Yeah, I love those stunt remote control helicopter pilot videos. Those are badass. See the guys when they fly it like the tail rotor hanging on the ground and they do all this stuff. Man, those guys are cool.
I was at an air show in Oklahoma City, and they had a helicopter. It didn't have the rotor on the end because it just used the exhaust from the jet motor, and that's how they were able to keep it stable. But that one could actually do a roll, go up and over, and because that is very hard to do in a helicopter.
Yeah, well, 7 degrees of freedom, I think is that what you're dealing with? 6 or 7 degrees of freedom? It's like everything. All the degrees. All the degrees.
That's right.
Mickey says 3D. So like Well, shit. I guess I'm looking forward to good news on the Mini 3. I can't get my head out of that one. I know I'm screwed. I know I'm going to want to get one. Oh, I already want to get one. Sorry, Lori, but you know I want to get one. But like
there goes your trip to Ireland.
Over a drone? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Lori's going to have to stay home on that one.
Well, we did just get a new lens for her A6600.
Ooh.
So yeah. Well, we needed a zoom lens for one of our future expeditions, so it was stepped up. Got her a big old 70 to 350 millimeter lens. That'll punch in pretty good. Yeah, I'll put that 350 millimeter lens in my pants. Nobody will ever. Is that a zoom lens, or you're just happy to see me kind of thing? Oh,
there you go.
That'll penetrate.
No, that's a macro lens.
Oh, yeah, yeah, baby, that's my lens.
Well, I just got a new pin.
Nice. Nice. You went mute. Did you mute yourself?
Nope.
Oh. You went. I thought you showed that on Facebook not so long ago. Well,
oh yeah, I did. 5-gallon donor.
So, let's see. How many pints are in a gallon?
Well, okay.
Let's see. It's 100 and 100 is it 164? 132.
Pints in a gallon.
We should know this shit without looking it up.
Okay, there's 8 pints to a gallon. So 5 times 8.
So you've given all your blood 5 times over.
40 pints.
Yeah, and I thought the human body is like an 8-pint system. Roughly. Doesn't the human body contain like 8 pints on a normal, typical day? Yeah. So
I donate every 2 months.
So you've given 5 times your own circulatory system's volume away.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive, man. Thank you. Somebody thanks you. It could have been me. It could have been anybody. You get in a car accident, you sever a vein without somebody like you. Freaking goner.
And my blood is A positive.
Ooh, you're A plus. A plus.
And what are you, Chuck? What's your blood type?
I think I'm O. I'm O.
Oh, okay. You're universal.
O. I am universal.
Is it O negative or O positive?
I don't know. Oh.
NB Rome say he used it. Yeah.
Oil chab. What? Oh. That's because he's the opposite.
Oh,
of a
Charles says it's 10 to 12 pints in a human.
Oh, I thought it was only 8. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. So, all right. Well, couple more trips, Art. You'll be there. O plus. Oil changes are a must. O minus.
O negative.
Negativo.
And you know what? When you donate blood, it messes up your sleep.
Really?
Yep. Because, boy, you're tired after that. You gotta drink. Well, you gotta drink a lot of water. Make sure you drink a lot of water.
So is that like when they what's it called? Well, when they pump oil out of the ground, they replace it with water. So Are you replacing your blood, which is your life's oil, like your system's oil, with water? Filling the volume.
Well, because
like fracking, they use water to water fixes everything. You don't need blood, just water. Just inject water. Maybe vodka, that'd make you feel good. You sleep good if you had vodka in place of the
more of a whiskey.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Lori and I did whiskey tasting at the liquor store last night. They had like the tasting thing going on.
Yeah?
That was kind of
What'd you
fun.
try?
We had a butterscotch.
Ooh.
They had one that was kind of like Fireball, like everybody likes to copy Fireball. That's
Yeah.
kind of fun. And then they had this. They had one that was 90 proof, which you would think would have like a really like a burn to it. You know, 'cause you think high proof
Yeah.
fire. It was actually dangerously smooth. We ended up buying a bottle of that stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I bought a bottle from a local distillery called
That's what
Bear
this
Creek.
is. This
Yeah.
place is just like 5 miles up the road. Cool place, you know.
Well, the one that I got is white whiskey, which is just grain alcohol without they didn't put it in a charred barrel, so it's white.
Ah,
And
this has a nice color.
it's
to
90
it.
proof, and
So is it like
got
the
a
90
little
proof
bit
I
of a
described?
burn, but not bad.
Yeah, so like I mean a little bit of a burn, but nothing crazy. Because
Yeah.
Lori and I drank some stuff overseas that was like holy shit, you know, it's like lighter fluid. And
Not
then there's-
like Rumplemints where it just burns going down.
yeah, and we had a couple
I
like
can't rate
we
that.
had a couple like that too. That like the initial sensation was just fire, and
Yep.
then you got the flavor afterwards. After it singed your taste buds, then you could taste it. And yeah. Oh, the NB Drone said they gave him pineapple juice after donating.
Oh yeah, and that's what and a cookie. And that's what I do. I get they've got it's kind of like Sprite, but it's in one of those. What is it? 4 or 6 ounce cans. Those little tiny cans. And well, I switched to pretzels. They get a little bag of pretzels. Just something about that salty taste. Kind of tastes good. But last time I got one of those chocolate chip granola bars. Ooh, that was good.
I think they ought to give you toffee. Should suggest that. See, you got to get Rick Enstrom hooked up with the Red Cross so that they get a. And then he'll hook you up after you hook him up with like a good partnership like that.
Well, I mean, you go over there to the snack aisle, and they got everything. They've got grandma's cookies, and they've got all kinds of stuff there.
I know I'm a big fan of chocolate chip cookies, so if they were going to give me chocolate chip cookies, I'd probably start donating blood.
I used to get the grandma's chocolate chip cookies,
I remember
and
those.
I think
Used to
I
be in the
got
vending
tired
machine.
of that.
Yeah.
Right.
We have
I
a couple.
decided I'm going to rotate. Yep, you're right, Lake Pilot.
Yeah, that Enstrom stuff is good. We haven't. Why? Are you suggesting something tonight, Lori? Do we open?
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Try
You
that out.
Up for a dram, Lori?
Yep.
And God knows what it leads to?
Few cubes of ice.
No ice. No ice. You
Just hope it's not at
drink
home.
it neat.
Oh, I like to do a shot. You know?
Yeah. It's I do like it's just straight. Just drinking it straight. I think it's pretty nice. It's like it's not a race or anything. It's fun. Yeah. Well, we were doing a couple weeks ago. Remember, we were all pouring drinks a couple weeks ago. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, I was on Adrian's show and I was doing some, and I just went off on Adrian.
We're better off just sticking to water on this show. I think. We get a little goofy. We're already goofy. We don't need any help.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of goofy, where's Beauchart? Why didn't he even drop in to say hello?
I send him a link to come in, and I send him a link just to the YouTube channel. And I bet he and Gary are probably doing their meetup.
That is
Is that later in May?
2 weeks from now. It's let me look at the calendar.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. 2 weeks from now
22nd, 21st, 22nd, I think.
Is the giveaway for the action camera.
Oh, 2 weeks from now, I won't be available.
No.
I have a business trip. The company has me doing. I have to repair equipment, so I have to go on a road trip to Boston.
Boston.
Yes.
That's where I went to on my way to Florida.
Oh yeah, through Logan.
Yeah.
Went through Logan.
Yeah, Frontier canceled my flight.
Yeah. American canceled our flight. We ended up getting rebooked through Logan from Heathrow to Logan to Syracuse. Did you? I hope you didn't have to go as far as we did in Logan. We had to go all the way across the freaking airport. We logged about 2 miles of walking in Logan. Good thing we had 3 hours to get it done.
I don't have to worry. I was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, they took care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we felt like we were going to need one after that, Art. It was bad. We'd we had, because you go through customs, and then from customs, you have all your shit. And if you get all your shit to the next place where you can actually recheck the bag and all that kind of crap. So we had all our junk, and we're like walking forever through the terminal to get from terminal whatever to terminal whatever now. And of course, it was whatever. Horrible.
Take care, Chris.
Oh, see you,
Thanks
Chris.
for coming.
I like his sunglasses. Yeah, Lori
I like
that soda.
When I'm over at Rick's house for dinner, I usually have a Crown Royal and Coke.
Yeah, Crown and Coke is something Crown is mixable. I mean, no offense to people that really like it. I think it's okay too, but that's one that's fair to mix. It's the price point it's okay. But if you spend $120 or more on a bottle of whiskey and you dare mix it, I guess you have lots of money.
Boy.
I guess it just seems like a shame. I don't know.
So, do you like rum?
Yeah. I like my rum.
You know what rum is made from?
Sugarcane.
You're close.
What do you mean no? It's
Molasses.
Molasses. I thought it was made from sugarcane too.
It is. It's the stuff that they couldn't make sugar from. It's the leftover.
But in the Caribbean and like Hawaiian Islands, they make
Hawaii
from sugarcane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's how they make molasses. Because with the sugar cane to make sugar, and molasses is that last little bit that they just couldn't make sugar out. So somebody decided, hey, let's see if we could distill this stuff.
Why not?
Just put a little bit of water and put some yeast in there, and voila.
Cook. Yep.
And let it ferment, and then distill it, and you got rum.
Lori and I wished there were so many vlogging opportunities that we had in our former lives. Lori and I took we took a little. This would have been a really fun vlog. Imagine this. So we were staying on St. Thomas. It was our day of our wedding anniversary, and we took a day trip over to St. Croix. So you fly over on one of those little itty bitty puddle jumper planes, where the pilot sits about 6 feet in front of you. I mean, that would have been fun itself to vlog because the pilot's talking to you and you could see the storm up ahead, and he turns around, he's like, yeah, we're gonna be going through some rough weather here in a second, and you can see the thunder and everything. I mean, and anyway. So when we got there, we rented the car and we went to Cruzan, which is the distillery. Yep, that place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just me and Lori and the tour guide dude, and we could have vlogged the whole thing. It would have been super fun.
There you go.
And they took us through the whole process, and then we did the tasting at the end, and the guy didn't care how many we tasted as long as we could still stand up afterwards. And but Cruzan rum is considered local, so you can actually bring back an extra bottle of it. You can bring back like 6 bottles of it from the Caribbean. Oh, sure, Lori. We're going to go back now? You better start
Well,
doing Pilates
guys,
there, girl.
we've passed
Oh,
the 2.5 hour mark.
All right.
And so it's about that time. Everybody is saying goodnight. So, hey, thanks for coming. And you guys have a great Mother's Day tomorrow.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Take care, and we'll see you next week. Keep 'em flying. Bye-bye.
Peace out.